That's what he'll do, and it's interesting to note every single week, and also from the opponent's perspective, like, you're probably going after Alex Singleton. You know what I mean?
I would.
You're probably sticking with the ground game.
Yeah.
You're probably going to Brenton Strange. So it's interesting to note because that's what every team does. They try to find that weak link and then just attack.
Exploit the hell out of it every time.
That's right.
Well, RJ Harvey was a full participant in practice yesterday, so hopefully the Broncos running game is not a weak link coming up Sunday against Jacksonville. Sean Payton was asked if he has to manage RJ Harvey's workload at all now with him being the featured back and dealing with, maybe a little bit of a lingering rib injury.
And I think we're doing it in third down situations with, Bidet and Adam, Jaleel. I probably need to get him a little bit more touches. I made that note after the game. And again, he's built in a way he can handle, a good dose of running. And this is the number one run defense in the NFL, and they're stout, they're strong. I would say they're rarely out of their gaps. And so, at this stage of the season, and if I give you that week 4, you'd say, all right, but at this stage of the season, to be first in the NFL in rush defense, they're doing something really well.
So they are going to do something very well and stuff that the third down stuff is, I don't know if that's like a workload management or a trust factor issue with pass protection.
Yeah.
Because I don't know that RJ needs workload management. He's a freaking rookie.
He's a rookie.
Can get out there and play. I think it's more Sean maybe protecting his guy a little bit right there of going like, well, we give him time off with third down because it's a workload because he can't go, well, yeah, we give him time off because other guys are better at blocking.
Right. Because then when he's out there and it is a pass, teams are going to attack.
Exactly.
So that's another part of the gamesmanship here. And yeah, RJ Harvey needs to work on his pass protection. Every rookie running back does out there. So that'll be a continued part of the conversation. And the nice thing is having Pat Bryant fully healthy, it does kind of impact the Marvin Mims usage, in my opinion, negatively, which unfortunately that's the case. But with Bryant out there fully healthy, RJ Harvey with a full practice as well, a full-strength Broncos offense against this Jacksonville defense, I'm going to take the Broncos all day.
I'm with you. I am with you. All right, couple quick texts here before we get into a Buffs conversation coming up. Matt's in Aurora with ASL Dumpsters, locally owned and veteran proud. Love that. We handle, this is so good from Matt. We handle all your unwanted junk. Almost as good as the Broncos are going to handle that Florida trash that's coming this weekend.
What God.
Go Broncos. Matt, that's a great text right there.
Oh, my God.
Try roll call and dunking on the opponent?
I love that. And dunking on cities, they can get all offended, but Jacksonville, you're Jacksonville.
Yeah.
You already know where you land in the pecking order. I was mad at, mad. Indianapolis, did you realize that Phillip Rivers' game was the 5th highest watched Colts game, I believe, in history? And my first thought was...
The most watched in like 5 years.
Yeah, and my first thought was, y'all are a bunch of bad fans.
Yeah.
Colts fans. You're bad fans. That's the 5th highest watched game?
Yeah.
Some freak show with some old fat quarterback? That's a freak show?
44-year-old, yeah.
Exactly. I'm like, wow, Colts fans are bad football fans.
Flavor of the month.
That ain't going to happen in Broncos country. This team sucked for a decade, and Broncos fans were still watching.
Still showing up and showing out. That's exactly right. Although I tell you, I like the Colts. I didn't watch Anthony Richardson play. I don't want my eyes to bleed, We got Kevin texting in on the RamosLaw.com text line. Now, it's cool you got the month off. Cool, not cool, the reason why. Enjoying the month of December off, recovering from hip replacement, says Kevin. So we wish you the best of luck, speedy recovery, and hopefully that hip is great come January.
Pretty soon going to be swinging his hips.
That's right. That's exactly right. We got still stuck stocking pretzels in NoCo. It's like it's Groundhog Day out here. Merry Christmas. Go Broncos. John up in NoCo. Hey, you got to do what you got to do, John.
Thanks, John.
It's out there grinding. Last one. Parker listening from a crawl space in South Park, repairing a home's foundation to keep the walls from falling down. Well, I bet you those people really appreciate that.
Okay.
You ever been in a crawl space?
Yeah, they're scary as hell.
The worst. Yeah, it is the worst. So Parker crushing it out there, making someone's home livable. That's outstanding work. Keep it up there in the tribe. All right, I mentioned we're going to take a Broncos break. I want to go to Boulder. We got to talk about what's happening with the Buffs. Prime was called the king of the transfer portal once. Well, he's going to have to do it again because he just lost 2 starters to that transfer portal. We'll tell you who they are and what it means coming up next.
Bonneville International Radio Station contests are open to participants at least 13 years of age and older that are residents of the state of Colorado. Unless otherwise specified, employees or agents of the station, Bonneville International Corporation, other area radio stations, or an entity associated with the contest may not enter. Full general contest rules are available at DenverSports.com.
What's going on, everybody? Philip Lindsay here. And last year, I went a little rogue and dropped a discount code for my friends at Hermes Worldwide. And you guys used it so much, they almost got mad at me. Well, I'm feeling a little spicy again this season. So I'm bringing it back, baby. You can get 30% off your ride to the game with Hermes Worldwide for your entire season. All you have to do is mention the code PL30. Again, mention PL30 when you book your luxury transportation to Empower Field. And contact Hermes Worldwide at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports. Go Broncos.
Hey, nice job, Pete. I like those clean lines. Fellas, do we have anyone that can get to Greenport today?
At Corey's Landscaping, the staffing plan is in the weeds.
Anthony, we need that leaf blower over here. 3 more new customer requests just came in. Who wants to work some overtime?
He needs to dig up quality landscapers and fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Target's last-minute deals are here, right on time to get you holiday ready in no time. Snap beauty gift sets for every style, the hottest toys, can't miss entertainment, crowd-pleasing candy, and much more. All under $20. Whether you're hosting or welcoming surprise guests, you'll be ready for all of it for less. Grab them now before they're gone. Last-minute deals under $20. Happening now, only at Target. Restrictions apply.
Now, more than ever, you're thinking about what's important to you in your life. One thing keeps coming to the top of your list. This is Glenn Jamron for Alpine Bank, member FDIC. You've been thinking about the importance of home this Christmas. Alpine Bank hopes you'll put the well-being and good health of your own home and your own community first and foremost. Please shop locally. Stores are filled with friendly people eager to help you. Alpine Bank is certain you'll find everything you're looking for. This is your home. You are its lifeblood. Let's remember the good advice of a little girl named Dorothy, who once said in The Wizard of Oz, "There's no place like home." Alpine Bank, committed to Colorado and you.
It's the end of the year, and the holidays are finally here. It's tax break time at O'Mara GMC, and your new Sierra 2500 could qualify you for a major tax deduction.
Drive the truck you need and potentially write off a big portion of it at tax time.
Sierra 2500, just $685 a month. But don't wait. The tax deduction window is closing fast.
It's O'Mara GMC's holiday tax break. Ask for stock SF323923. Stop by O'Mara GMC on 104th or OmaraGMC.com.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
You're listening to Dover and Cecil on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, see, should we be worried about what's going on up in Boulder?
Oh, yeah.
With Dion Prime, the king of the transfer portal? Well, he got by that transfer portal yesterday to the tune of 2 different starters.
Yeah, this stinks.
That he is going to lose, and one of which I mean, they're starters, so they're both important, but Omarion Miller was, I don't even know if it's that arguable, the best offensive player that they had on the team. He had 45 catches last year for 808 yards and 8 touchdowns. He's got a year of eligibility left, but On3 Sports and the @transfer portal, they got their own Twitter handle, is reporting it. He is out, leaving Colorado, leaving Deion Sanders, and I'm assuming now we'll get a pretty nice paycheck to go to another school. They also lost their starting safety, Byard there, who plans to enter the transfer portal. Last 2 seasons, he's had 140 tackles, 16 and a half of those were TFLs, 2.5 sacks from the safety spot, 2 forced fumbles, and 2 interceptions. This young fella has got 2 years of eligibility left. So, Cecil, my brain goes two things here. Either the prime effect is done, it's over, there's no shine on it anymore, and people are starting to see through some of the nonsense that goes up there because winning masks a lot, but when you're not winning, that stench gets stronger day by day. Or the other thing, and maybe it's a combination of the two, they're out of dough, and other people got money to pay. The Buffs don't.
Yeah, it could be, and it's likely both.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, it is both. The shine is off the Prime era. Coach Prime, you got to be a coach. You got to win. You got to be good. You can't just show up with the hype and, the things that he was doing to get fans excited about Colorado football doesn't get players as excited as it used to. They've kind of been there, done that. They've seen it. They've seen what it's about. And it's not been about winning. And that's part of the problem. And the Omarion Miller thing, actually, I'm kind of worked up. I'm a little ticked off about this. Right. But we have to realize that Corey Phillips, bring him into the conversation, Colorado's director of player personnel the previous 3 years, was the primary recruiter. Because remember, Omarion flipped from Nebraska to Colorado. Now he's the new general manager at Memphis. We don't yet know where Omarion Miller's going to go. He's probably going to be well paid as the Buffs' leading receiver, also 4th in the conference as well. And a talented receiver. It would be such a welcome sight out there for a young Julian Lewis. And
they had some pretty solid connections at the end of the year.
They did. And Miller's, effort during the entire year, work on his blocking, route running, all that. All I know is he was a weapon. All I know is that when they went to the Millers, Draylon and Omarion, good things happened. And with Omarion leaving, that's a gut punch, man. It's a gut punch to this offense, and it's a gut punch to what I want to be the future development of Julian Lewis to be better than the Shedeur Sanders era. Well, losing a guy like Omarion Miller, you better have someone to replace him, or you better hit the transfer portal yourself. By the way, these two aren't the only two.
They're the 2 starters.
They're the 2 starters, but there's also rumblings that my guy, Jaheim Otis, the guy that transferred from Alabama, he's going to leave. I hope that's not the case. But you just got an Alabama guy in. He played.
Oh, he has left.
He has left. Okay, he has left. Okay, yeah. So there you go. I mean, that's a huge loss on the defensive line from a very talented prospect that made some plays for this Buffalo's defense.
I mean, it says a lot that this is, like I said, winning would mask a lot of that the year before, and you still have that Deion effect. You're cool. The celebrities that are going up there, the Lil Wayne stuff from a year ago. But that's all gone right now. And I would say this, especially for a young man, right? You're 16, you're 17 years old. It was really cool a year ago to be associated with Colorado. It's not anymore. It's they're losers again. Like, they can change that pretty quickly here with some solid play from Julian Lewis, but we didn't really see enough of that to just give them benefit of the doubt to go, oh, no, he's going to go in the transfer portal. He can replace playmakers on the outside. Julian's going to have a second year. It's going to slow down for him. He's going to figure it out, and they're going to go back to competing for a Big 12. I'm not saying that. I can't say that confidently, and I think anybody that would, their last name is either Sanders or they're a groupie of that family.
Right. Well, and look at all the needs this team is going to have. Are you ready for another down year? I hope I'm wrong. Again, love Julian Lewis. Want that era to be all that it can be and push for the college football playoff. But if you just look over the list of players that are needed from the transfer portal or something, linebacker, cornerback.
How does Deion Sanders not have
pass rusher? Defensive line. Hopefully the offensive line is somewhat intact, but like this, it's a new era in college football, and guys are just going to leave. You've got to be able to replace them and then kind of put this group of mercenaries together and go play football. But their needs are thorough and thick and wide, and you can be king of the transfer portal, but that also means guys are going to leave, and they're leaving now more than your bringing him in. Until they replace Marion Miller in the transfer portal, I'm going to look this as that's a downgrade for that wide receiver position.
Well, and you said if it's a down year again next year, why would Julian stay around? He foregone the redshirt option. So you're going to say with his last year of eligibility, he's going to stay around with this mess? I don't care how loyal. Loyal's so stupid anyway. Loyal, that doesn't exist. There's no loyalty in sports. You shouldn't have that. It's very rare that people are loyal. People are loyal to their bank account and hopefully loyal to their home. Some people aren't even that. You know what I mean? Like, loyalty is dead. That doesn't exist anymore. So the fact that, like, oh, well, they're going to be loyal to Deion. No, they're not. If you can't win or help them get to where they want to be, they're going to throw loyalty right out the window. And you know what? Deion would do the same thing.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of the way it is. And they're back to being losers, but they're not paid like that. That's why this stings, especially now.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of money sunk into Deion Sanders. There's a lot of money that are sunk into those players, and it's just not working at the level that you wanted, and I don't know how. I do know this turnaround won't be quick. What you're hoping for is a 2026 season where you start to put things together and you get some light, and then it's recruiting. It should be everything. The fact that Deion ignores recruiting at and won't go sit in someone's living room, like, come on, man. You're a college coach.
Yeah.
All college coaches are doing this. You have to do this.
And he hasn't been good enough to earn some of the. You want to tell me you've won 3 national championships and you go, no, I don't make trips anymore. They make trips to me. I'd go, okay, you've earned that. I can respect that a little bit. But you went to the Alamo Bowl and got your ass kicked. You haven't earned anything, Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders, the NFL guy, he earned a lot. He's a Hall of Famer.
Right.
And you can't tell that guy nothing. Deion Sanders, the big-time college football coach, he's done jack. He's done absolutely nothing to earn any sort of extra treatment outside of the norm.
And this is where you hope that new offensive coordinator Brennan Marion with the go-go offense can be part of that recruiting edge that you'll have, because guys want to play, guys want to put up points.
Yeah.
It's not fantasy football, but they want to, make those Sports Center plays, those highlights. You have a go-go offense. You have a guy like Marion who's well-respected in the world of college football, no matter where he stopped at UNLV or Sac State. Is he part of the attraction for Boulder? Boulder's a great place to play. It's a great campus. It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Folsom's awesome and incredible. They have pride and history and tradition. The colors are great. Black and gold is the best color combination in all of sports. Don't at me, bro.
I agree with you.
So you have a lot of things, but coaches, the staff, the plan. You have Juju. That's an attraction. Is Brandon Marion another attraction with this go-go offense, specifically for those guys to replace a Marion Miller?
It's a good step in the right direction, because they were taking the wrong steps in the wrong direction for a very long time, basically the entire year. Now that's a good step in the right direction. All right, couple quick texts here. Nate Dogg chiming in. Nate Dogg's got his tribe roll call and asks if he can do a Don't Be That Guy Thursday. We'll allow it, Nate Dogg.
Sure.
He says, checking in, doing quotes for multifamily lighting for City Electric. Can I do a Don't Be That Guy Thursday? Yes, you can. Don't be that guy who wears shorts when it's 25 degrees outside. I know it was warm yesterday, but purchase a pair of pants. You're not tougher than me because you're dumb and wearing shorts when it's cold outside.
Kevin
Nate
was
Dogg.
wearing shorts yesterday.
Kevin, you were?
I don't think I wore them yesterday.
Was it
I'm
2
wearing
days
them
ago?
today.
I
Oh,
think
you're back in
today's
shorts
okay.
today?
Yeah.
Dude, it's going to be 70 tomorrow. I'm going to wear shorts tomorrow.
It just feels good.
I'm going to wear a
It does.
sweatshirt with a hood and a beanie.
Somebody actually tweeted me, why is Cecil always so bundled up? I'm like, he's on Twitter. Ask him. I don't know.
Someone in our YouTube comment, he's like, oh, guess who drives a Shelby? He's got a Shelby jacket on because I had my Shelby puffer jacket.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it ain't about that, dude. I want to be comfortable. I sit here for 4 hours.
Also, hey, guy, if you had a Shelby and they gave you a jacket when you purchased the car, guess what you'd do?
He had an old Supra, so I did comment, and
Yeah.
I highlighted his car. I was like, that's a great car.
Yeah.
Supras are incredible cars. Actually was looking at some old like Celica GTs, which are, I'm not going to get one, but I like the look back in the day. So, yeah, Supra's a great car. Shelby's a great car. And when you're old, this is when I figured out, I was like, half of my closet is Shelby stuff. Does that mean I'm old? Because I always used to make fun of the old man with the Corvette shirts or whatever. It's like, oh, guess who has a Corvette?
Right. But I'm trying to be that guy. I'm trying to be old
So
Corvette
what's
guy.
embarrassing is I was at the Roxborough Safeway, and I had my Arch motorcycle sweatshirt on. That's Keanu Reeves' motorcycle company.
Okay, thank you.
They're expensive motorcycles, probably like $30,000, I think.
For a motorcycle?
Yeah, and they're awesome. They look great. Nothing looks like an Arch motorcycle. So a guy sees me, and he goes, "Oh, my God, I have an Arch T-shirt. Do you have an Arch?" And I was like, "No."
Like, no, but I got this sweater.
I like Keanu, and I like motorcycles. I'm dumb. So, yeah, that was embarrassing. 'Cause,
Like, tell me about yours, though.
yeah, I have the gear, and this guy was rich.
Yeah.
So I have the gear. I don't have the bike.
That's all right. You're supporting the brand until you get the funds to get there. Good luck on that. Nick from Long Island out here driving around selling beer, listening to the best radio in the country. Let's go Broncos. Nick, we appreciate you. Good luck slinging that brouhaha out there today. All right, we got to check the internet. What's going on inside the internet? Wait till you hear what Cortland Sutton has to say about matching this city's team's energy with what the Broncos and Avalanche done. Sutton says it's their turn. Hear what he had to say next.
Are the Denver Broncos looking down at the rest of the NFL?
This is the best team in football. There is no question. These guys are playing at an incredibly high level, and they are peaking at the right time.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code POWER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Toyotathon is on at Corwin Toyota. Save big when you lease a new 2025 Tacoma SR5 for just $369 down and $369 a month, or drive off in a new 2025 RAV4 XLE for as little as $399 down and $399 a month. Unwrap your holiday savings during the Toyotathon sales event. Visit us off Pearl Parkway or shop online at CorwinToyotaBoulder.com. Corwin Toyota, family driven for over 100 years.
Peyton Manning here. Throughout my football career, staying healthy was a big priority, but bumps, bruises, and injuries were part of the game. And for me, it's not just the clinical excellence and expertise that sets a medical team apart. It's also the compassion, kindness, and empathy they show. At Common Spirit Health, healing is quality care and human kindness. And my friends at Common Spirit are teaming up with their partners to spread human kindness and create healthy communities. Common Spirit Health. Hello, human kindness.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Let's talk about your hair. If you're losing it and desire it back, then do what I did and go see Dr. Tanya Pauls at Advanced Hair Restoration. Their simple one-day treatment offers life-changing results that I can personally attest to. Guys, it's not magic, but close to it. They put hair where you need it the most, and bam, it grows. It's actually science. Advanced Hair has it all. Top-rated Dr. Tanya Pauls, modern technology, and best of all, you get your very own natural hair that begins regrowing the very next day. Advanced Hair even guarantees it to grow for life. So schedule your free consultation today. Call 720-459-HAIR and you'll get $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. That's 720-459-HAIR. Advanced Hair is the winner of Westward's Best of Denver, and they've changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. Become inspired with the before and afters at advancedhair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
Hey Broncos country, it's Terrell Davis here. You know, in the game of life, our most valuable asset is our health. With the right equipment, you can train like a pro. That's why I've made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer. I have a true treadmill at home. It's the smoothest and quietest I've ever been on.
For the fitness fanatic on your Christmas list, save big this holiday season. At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% 50% off. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's our last chance to donate for 2025.
All diamond studs are not the same. Here's Michelle and Bruce Williams to explain why. Williams Jewelers' natural martini diamond studs are hand-selected from the world's finest diamond tears for superior color, clarity, and brilliance.
Each cut to maximum diameter, so they actually look bigger than average diamond studs of the same carat weight.
Williams martini diamond studs not only look larger, they fit better and face up on the ear. And we have martini diamond studs in every size up to 4 carats in stock.
This holiday, our best quality natural 1-carat diamond studs start at just $24.50.
Half carats from just $950. And remember, you can trade up your Williams Martini natural diamond studs at any time for a larger pair. You just pay the difference.
This holiday, the choice in diamond studs is naturally Williams Jewelers,
where Colorado shines.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
The official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche. Williams Jewelers, where Colorado shines.
Questions about youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit organization, develops better athletes and better people through youth and high school sports. Info at positivecoach.org.
Stay up to date on the Broncos and the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider James Palmer, exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Mondays on The Rundown with Richie Carney, Tuesday afternoons on The Drive, and Friday mornings on Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, all season long. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. From conspiracy theories to cat videos, the World Wide Web can be a terrifying and beautiful place. So strap in and follow Dover and Cecil down the wormhole as they take you inside the Internet.
This, Jen, is the Internet.
We check what's going on inside the Internet every day around 10:45, and we like to start at DenverSports.com. Encourage you to get there daily as well. You can get the latest from your favorite teams, the podcast of your favorite shows. You can watch the show right here live. And because is it Thursday? It is Thursday. You can get there and make your picks for the King Supers Fan Football Pick'em.
You and I keep tying.
I know. I literally just thought I got to stop reminding Cecil to do this so I can beat him.
I'm going there right now. DenverSports.com.
But get there, get your picks in so you can brag about beating us radio chuckleheads with your football picks. First story written by Will Peterson, and it is Courtland Sutton told the Nuggets players, it's our turn to bring a parade. Courtland Sutton, talking with some of the media yesterday down at Broncos Park, powered by Carmen Spirit, said, quote, it's super dope to see all three of us having the success at the same time. I've got a chance to talk to a couple of Nuggets players, and I tell them, it's our turn. It's our turn to bring a parade to the city, end quote there. So obviously a cool quote from Sutton. And then the fact that he's aware, and now we've seen Courtland at games, like he's a Nuggets guy. He'll go to Nuggets games on nights off. And
yep.
Was he with Bo at the Avs last year? I can't remember if it was him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, they'll go and they'll support the local teams and they'll wear their sweaters and their jerseys and stuff. It's always cool to see. So, one, nice that he's plugged in, sports fan, just like the rest of us, aware of how hot the Avs are, the wagon that you call them, and the Nuggets doing their thing. And then now saying it's our turn to bring the parade to the people. Let's load up 1 million of our closest friends and head down to Civic Center Park and watch the Broncos, be drunk on fire trucks.
Yeah, that would be awesome to see, and that would be great for Broncos country to celebrate again. And let's make it 3 parades. I believe the Broncos are second when we come to our parade gauge.
Yeah.
It's the Avs number 1, it's the Broncos number 2, and the Nuggets can take over that number 2 spot again because they were number 2 at the beginning of this season. Mm-hmm. And even though I said 13-4 because I'm nuts, I never said number 1 seed in the AFC. I did say Super Bowl 60 is theirs until it's not. So Let's see how this goes. But take care of business. That means Jacksonville coming up on Sunday. Don't overlook anything. The Broncos haven't done anything. They haven't done anything. And Sean Payton will even tell you that.
I was going to tell you, Sean will let you know they haven't done anything. But I will say, if Cortland's saying that to a hot microphone with cameras pointed at him, you don't think his coach has said something similar?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's regurgitating some of that.
Yes.
And I'm not mad at it. I'm just telling you that's what he's doing.
Here's another one for Mike Evans. Consequence bends to the thoughts that you think the most. Yeah. What have they been thinking this entire time? Believing, actually. And faith is what moves the needle. It's that ultimate belief that football players have. We're going to go win it all. That sounds crazy maybe in August. They've been saying that since April.
Yeah.
And now it's coming to fruition. Funny how that works.
And remember, Sean said we can't be afraid to say that.
Exactly.
We can't be afraid to have that elephant in the room.
Right. It's okay. You have to deal with that pressure. And pressure, you go do it.
Pressure? I make love to pressure. Remember that one?
That's a good pull. That is a good pull, you hot snot. You're a hot snot.
Yeah, and look, I want Cortland Sutton to be saying those things. The fan base certainly wants him to be saying those sort of things. So it does nothing but gets them fired up. Belief, I'll steal your line. In football and life, belief goes a very, very long way. Belief in what you're trying to do, belief in yourself to accomplish whatever it is you're trying to do. If you believe, I think that you can. So keep believing.
Where'd you hear that?
The internet.
And you believed it?
Yeah. They can't put anything on the internet that isn't true.
I saw this, and it's a SI article, SI.com. They were making the case for 6 first-time All-Stars this year. Jamal Murray was on this list. Of course he was on this list because we've talked about him elevating his game. And then I went and I couldn't remember the exact format of this NBA formula, the All-Stars. So they're going to do, USA, International, and this little tournament thing. Each team is going to have 8 players. So the international team has to have 8 players. I went last night and I went, all right, let me name 8 international players that Jamal's going to be behind, but I think would be in front of. When it comes to the voting, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys that Jamal Murray just will not get more votes than. One's his teammate, Nikola Jokic. That's pretty obvious. The other's Luka Doncic. Not going to beat him, who he is, and the shirt that he wears now. He's going to be pretty popular. Giannis Antetokounmpo is also going to get a bunch of votes. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and his free throw chasing will get a bunch of votes. And then Victor Wembanyama. You're not going to beat any of those guys. Now, every name I'm about to tell you after, Jamal is in front of. So Jamal's 6th on this list. So there are 8 players. Jamal, probably would come off the bench, right? Luka's, SGA are your guards. I mean, think about that. Your front court, Joker, Giannis, and Wemby. Holy hell. And then you got a guy like Rudy Gobert to come off the bench. Jamal, your first guard off the bench. Franz Wagner there in Orlando, when he gets right, I'm sure will make this roster. Pascal Siakam will make the roster. Domantas Sabonis, if he's healthy and around, makes the roster. But you see what I'm doing here. I got 5 in front, and then I got like 4 or 5 behind Jamal Murray, and that's the pecking order. This dude's going to the All-Star game, man.
Yeah.
Now, he would have made it in a normal world this year, in my opinion, if he keeps this trend up.
Right.
But the way the game is set up and the format that it requires, it's a no-brainer, no doubt, 100% certainty Jamal's a part of it.
Yeah, it's almost perfect setup for him, averaging that career-high 24.9 points and 40, I'm just going to round up, 45% for 3.
Do it.
It's outstanding what Jamal Murray is doing and the seriousness that he has. You've always talked about him understanding his role in the legacy of Nikola Jokic. He can be the reason why there's another parade. He can. Nikola can't do everything himself. He can do most himself. He's carried this team. He's done it before. He'll do it again at times. But having a Jamal Murray out there playing his best basketball of his career, this is what makes you a championship team. Having that greatest 1-2 punch that you can have, that's what leads the Nuggets to greatness, and it obviously leads Jamal Murray to an All-Star game.
And then he gets a little taste. And I think early on, your first couple times the All-Star game, you're like, this is awesome. This is great. I get to be a part of the crew with the guys. And then you're at Joker status where you're like, oh, I got to go to the All-Star game. I don't want to go. I'd rather have the time off. But maybe this motivates Jamal to keep this up for the foreseeable future. So he's a all-star moving forward.
Is there any better feeling than the feeling that you belong?
No, not at all.
in anything that you do.
Exactly.
Right? When I was Baby Hammer, I didn't belong on the construction site.
Yeah.
When I was screwing off the side of a barn instead of nailing it off, and I got in trouble for that, I didn't belong. I remember Mark Schlereth years ago asked me like my scouting report on like Robert Mathis or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, Mark Schlereth wants to know what I think about football when Robert Mathis came out. So like that was like, oh, I can kind of hang.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you belong, I think Jamal gets that spotlight, gets that taste. We're seeing the best version of Jamal. There might be another level once he gets that all-star taste.
The production, I think, is there, but the efficiency and the consistency,
the desire,
is that next step.
Right. He's just getting the taste of it, and I think he'll love it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that he'll love it. That's the type of competitor that you want. And Jamal Murray's always been competitive. He's just had distractions and, in my opinion, bad people around him giving him bad advice.
Yeah. I once, when George Karl was coaching the Nuggets, I was at Chipotle on 6th Avenue, and he and his coaching staff came in.
Okay.
And I was 2 years into it, maybe. And I used to go to every Nuggets.
Yeah,
every Nuggets
right.
thing I was at.
Well, you had to eat.
Exactly. And so he recognized me and was like, you want to come and sit down with us and eat? And that's the same thing. I was like, they're going to talk about the game plan, and I'm going to be sitting there with them. And it was mostly because of Tim Gelt. Tim Gelt was my guy, and he got me over there.
Tim's awesome.
But I was still sitting there
dude.
with the coaching staff, and it
Yeah.
felt pretty cool in that moment.
I love
That's why
Tim.
I was like, I belong. But then I'm like, Tim, dap it up. Thanks for letting me come over here.
Yeah, that was really cool. That's a great story.
It was a great moment in my career, man. All right, we'll get back to some stuff happening inside the internet when we check our X at 11:45. But I want to go back to a couple things that Sean Payton had to say about the Jags and Trevor Lawrence. He says something very specific about how the Jags will defend Bo. I want to hear it and then talk about what Bo does to it coming up next.
Still don't believe in the Denver Broncos? Mike Evans has a message for you.
If you're a Bo cynic or if you're a Sean cynic, get on board. Get on board the train because it's leaving. We're not even through year 2. Buckle up because this is going to be fun.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
As the year winds down, Groove Toyota is helping you gear up for the road ahead. And right now, Groove Toyota has stocked over 35 used vehicles under $10,000. Great picks, great value, and perfect for Colorado drivers who want more without overspending. And with Toyotathon in full swing, it's the easiest time of the year to upgrade your lineup with a pre-owned Toyota or another solid used option before the year closes out. Finish the year strong with Groove Toyota.
On Broadway in Inglewood or online at GrooveToyota.com.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/play.
Have you heard the story that's about a guy who lives in a bank that is really close by? The Capital One Cafe is his home, no doubt, where customers bank and get their cash out. There's no fees or minimums on checking accounts, so your money stays. Most Capital One Cafes are open all 7 days. This magical place, as some people might call it, is where the Capital One Bank guy says, "What's in your wallet?" Such a lovely tale.
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One and member FDIC.
Catch Telestrator Tuesday weekly on Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, where Stink or Stoke dive into the past weekend's games with a coach's eye, using insights into what went right and wrong on critical plays. Telestrator Tuesdays, powered by Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank.
Most business owners and decision makers work hard but stay frustrated because customers simply don't know they exist. Marketing isn't about being flashy. It's about making sure people understand how you solve their problem. Audio, video, and online campaigns put your message where your customers are already paying attention. And your friends at DenverSports, they specialize in connecting customers to businesses. The moment you get clear and show up consistently, growth follows. Don't stay the best kept secret in town. Visit DenverSports.com and click on the Advertise with Us button and start growing today.
Men, it's the holidays, the season of all kinds of hustle and bustle. But if your energy is down, if you aren't sleeping well, if your sex drive is MIA, and you just don't feel like the guy you once were, maybe it's tough to get excited for all the holiday cheer. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if this sounds like you may have low testosterone. And if so, this is the season for you to get treated. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating low T. If you're like most guys, you'll feel the change in just a few weeks. And truly, the results can be life-changing. You'll have improved mental clarity, your energy will kick up, your workouts will be better, your sleep patterns will improve, and your sex drive will likely heat up as well. So call us, and don't go through another season with low T. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. That's RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Enjoy this run to the playoffs and be safe when you're going to the games or to parties. If you do get into an accident, make the right call to Flanagan Law. While the other guys blend in, I stand out. Look for the Shamrock, Flanagan Law, your advocate when you need it most.
You know that feeling when you catch a glimpse in the mirror and think, hey, I look 10 years younger. That's what happens when you stop dieting and start doing Soda weight loss.
If you're ready to feel stronger, healthier, and yes, look and feel 10 years younger, this is your moment.
Sign up now and your partner joins for free. Visit sodaweightloss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com.
Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Or Green Day playing. He's going to join us at 12:30, so adjust accordingly. Set your reminder. Mike Klis, lunch hour, 12:30. We're picking his brain.
Yeah, you just made it move for Kev by saying Omaha, so now it's all
nice.
Peyton Manning all up in his eyes and his visions, his dreams of Peyton Manning.
Yeah, I get it. It was a great time.
Omaha!
He says it better than I do. No one will ever top that.
No one will ever top Peyton Manning.
Probably not.
He's like the coolest guy ever.
Yeah. We did see Kevin was showing us on one of those fake Facebook pages.
Oh, yeah.
It's so funny how many people get got by those. But they had a shirt with Bo, Peyton, and John kind of walking towards the tunnel together. Now, the page is stupid and it's ridiculous, but that shirt is pretty cool.
That shirt is cool. And yeah, those fake Broncos sites like, I can't believe Alex Singleton supports the same political party I do. That's awesome. Oh, on the flip side, I can't believe Alex Singleton likes those guys. That's awful. It's all fake.
Yeah.
It's all fake. And I'm talking about the political theater too, but still, like, yeah, don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe on Facebook.
Don't do it.
Which I guess could be multiple things.
Yes. Yeah, well, it's Facebook. It's a lot going on over there. Yesterday on the show, we talked about how different the Jags are with Jacoby Myers versus who they were without. He's already got in 6 games with the Jags more receiving yards than he had in 7 with the Raiders, and 3 touchdowns with the Jags. He had 0 with Las Vegas because they stink so much. But Sean Payton's aware of it too. Adding Jacoby Myers, and then now what that has done for the Jags offense. Here was what Sean had to say about it.
Well, he's a real good player. We know him, I think it was a week before we played the Raiders. So that was the good news. And then the bad news is, well, we're going to see him later. But he's I would say a real good route runner. He's one of those guys that catches the ball with his feet on the ground always. So real strong hands. Yeah, he does a lot of things well. And that was a good addition for them for what they do and what they're wanting to do offensively.
So it's definitely a good addition. Like I said, the results have been there. Trevor Lawrence has looked like a new guy. I was telling you earlier off the air, watching some of the games last night, 3rd and short stuff, when he knows he's got one-on-one outside with Jacoby, he's going to Jacoby.
Yeah.
He did it 4 times on 3rd down against the Jets last week, and he's catching him, getting out of bounds quickly, and let the offense continue to operate. So it's kind of weird to go like Jacoby Myers, because we've watched him in Las Vegas do literally nothing, and now he might be the reason why they look like this the last 4 or 5
Yeah,
weeks.
I think he's a big part of that reason why Trevor Lawrence is come around as a guy where his coach Liam Cohen was not real happy with Trevor Lawrence earlier this season. He's real happy now. I mean, he's like sending love letters at every press conference for Trevor Lawrence and that beautiful hair. But, okay, is Jacoby Myers the primary weapon to shut down? Yeah. Is Pat Surtain going to travel with him? No, God, no. You're just going to have to plan for Myers when he's out there. Brian Thomas Jr. is playing better, but he's also struggled in this year in a way that I didn't think he would. In fact, surprising a lot of Jags fans after his rookie season with over 1,000 yards. It was glorious. And then to have the rough start to this year, Myers is there. That's helping open things up for BTJ, so he's a problem too. But I think Jacoby might be the instigator, that spark for Jacksonville's offense.
Well, I only watched the last 2 Jags games, but
against terrible opponents.
Etienne is first and foremost. That's their game plan, is him. Get him involved. Jacoby Myers is pretty heavily involved too. Then Britton Strange, if you've talked about. But then it's like Brian Thomas is that next guy. We're talking about 4th in the pecking order.
Yeah.
And he's Brian Thomas.
For a star receiver.
They didn't, he wasn't the priority much at all in the last, again, only 2 weeks that I watched. But
yeah.
He's not up on the chart, that's for sure.
I don't think, because you looked at what they were doing and what Liam Cohen's trying to do is recreate Tampa. Travis Etienne is his Bucky Irving. That's a problem.
Yeah.
And, Bretton Strange, he's K. Doughton. No. Bretton Strange is way better than K. Doughton. But they wanted BTJ to be Mike Evans, and he's not. Mm-hmm. Not our Mike Evans with the mom jeans, but
BTJ could be that Mike Evans.
Of course,
not the guy in Tampa.
Let him retire and gain about 60 pounds, then he could be that Mike Evans. But still,
Mike Evans told you something today that I just can't get over. Said, Cecil, you said something very good the other day. I told myself I want to write it down. What was that? Well, wait a minute, Mike. How good was it?
I talked for 4 hours. What are you talking about? But either way, he's not Mike Evans. And I think that kind of threw Liam Cohen off a little bit, and that's why maybe there's been a falter to his game, and now being essentially 4th in the pecking order on the offense, he can still get you. He can still be a problem. He can be the reason why the Jaguars win. So you've got to be mindful of that young man from LSU, a great wide receiver, but he's also a little bit further down. The offense starts with Etienne. The passing game starts with Jacoby.
Okay. Something Sean says here, talking about the challenges that come with the Jags defense and Trevor Lawrence. Take a listen.
Yeah, I'd say this. They've really, I think they've won 5-6 in a row, and Etienne, they're doing a lot of things really well. They're scoring. Mondays, I look at the touchdown reel, and there's a ton of good schemes. He came up under Sean McVay, and so there's certain beliefs relative to what you're going to get in the run, in the pass game. I think the one thing that stands out, they're plus 10 in the turnover ratio. They're second in the league in interceptions, and so I'm not going to say they played man-to-man, but there are a lot of snaps, like last week, where 7 eyes are on the quarterback, in their zone coverage. And so, we've got to be on point. They mix it up defensively. They've got a very talented punt returner. And so as you look at them and you watch the tape, it's a smaller market, but you see a real good team.
So he says something there where he says 7 eyes on the quarterback, mix it up on defense. Obviously, that's the looks that he's talking about. But the 7 eyes on the quarterback when they're playing in that zone coverage, he says there. So I think you were describing this yesterday. We're going to fall back. We're going to keep everything in front of us, a little bit of rally action when a ball is caught or ball carrier takes it to the second level. Does that play into my Bo running a little bit more? Because I said backs to there.
Yeah.
Like Jersey's backs.
Right.
Sean's saying, no, they're going to back pedal and keep everything in front. So that takes some of that away.
Yeah, you won't see many of the back turned unless it's Evan Ingram. And deep middle seam comes into the factor in this game, in this contest. If it is Bo running, it's Bo sliding. And Bo, be careful out there. I don't think it'll be gashing teams. It's a 20-yard gain. It might be, and it needs to be this, maybe as simple as like a 4-yard, you slide. You didn't quite move the chains, but now it's 4th and 1 instead of 4th down, you're punting. Now it's 3rd and 1, something like that. Mm-hmm. So I don't think Bo needs to get to the sticks and have that mindset. I don't think he's going to have the opportunity to do that. But if the coverage is there and they're backing up, take that 3-4 yards, slide, and go fight another day. Get another play.
Yeah, when he said that, I was kind of like, oh, man, I want him to run. But Yeah, it's there, but it's not going to be this just giant green grass valley in front of him to take off for 20, 25 yards.
Yeah, those days, I don't say they're over for Bo Nix, but teams are alert. They're alert to their presence in terms of what Bo Nix can do as a runner. That's not going to surprise anybody.
Nope.
What can, when you get to the playoffs, because they haven't done it this year, is Marvin Mims. I want Marvin Mims. I'll just tell you, full disclosure, I want Marvin Mims to be the Super Bowl MVP.
Wow. Whoa.
Why? Because he's that damn dangerous. And that's nothing against Bo Nix. Don't put me on the list, Kev. But it's like that's the type of weapon that, oh crap, we forgot about Marvin Mims.
Yeah.
They're not going to forget about Bo Nix as a runner.
Do you remember Pogs?
Of course.
Pogs and Slammers?
Yes, the Slammers.
Yeah.
You always try to get the best Pogs.
Slammers were hard to come by. They were a little pricey. So I'd only have 2 or 3 Slammers at all time, but I'd have one that was the dopest. It was my favorite. And I'd always wait for that to either play Quentin LeClaire or Chad Meyer back in the day because they always had dope Pogs and Slammers. So I'm like, when I play those guys, I'm busting out that one Slammer. That's what Marvin Mims is for you.
Yeah.
He's that little stash Slammer when you're trying to steal Q's Pogs on recess.
I was watching something. We need to get the 90s guy on from Instagram.
Yeah,
I was watching something about the 90s of why do we have such a fascination for it? It's the last time we all did stuff like that together.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because now it's not hey, let's get together and play some Pogs or play some cards
Yeah,
or whatever.
right.
Unless I've got some cards, let's play Magic, something like that.
Yeah.
In the 90s, we didn't have cell phones. We didn't have really the internet. So it was I'm going to my homie's house and we're going to play Pogs or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good times back in the day.
You had to play Mario Kart and split that damn screen.
Yeah, that's right.
And if you had a small TV, that was hard to look at.
GoldenEye, you're I can play 4 players, but my screen is the size of a Game Boy. What the hell's going on
When you
here?
could connect Halo, me and Patrick Watkins back in the day,
hell
and
yeah,
Scotty
dude.
would get together and play Halo because you could do it on separate TVs. But you could connect the Xboxes.
Yeah.
It was the greatest thing ever.
It's next level stuff that we didn't even think would ever happen. All right, I want to keep this Broncos conversation going. You and I have been impressed with Sean Payton's commitment to the run game, not bailing when things go south. Will he do that against a really, really, really good rush defense? Let's kick that around next.
With his performance against the Packers, did Bo Nix officially silence his critics?
I saw the finishing touches of what I needed to see. It wasn't about one throw or one drive. It was the collective over the course of 60 minutes. The Denver Broncos have found their franchise quarterback.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here with my friend Bonnie at O'Mara Ford.
The holidays are my favorite time of the year. You get O'Mara's low pricing, huge discounts, and just announced 0% for 60 months.
So 5 years without paying any interest?
Not a single cent, make no down payment, and no monthly payment until next year. At O'Mara, we make it fast, fun, and easy.
Just in time for the holidays at O'Mara Ford. Stop by their showroom on 104th and I-25 or visit omeraford.com.
Sniffles and sneezes got you down? GoodRx is here to help with big savings on commonly prescribed cold and flu meds. GoodRx is free and easy to use. GoodRx is accepted at all major pharmacies like CVS, Walmart, and Walgreens. Just search your prescription, find a coupon, then show your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx is not insurance, but it works whether you have insurance or not. If you do, GoodRx may beat your copay price. Download the free app or visit GoodRx.com to save today.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
At Ameristar, the best memories don't trend, they last. They're stories we're still telling 20 years later. Like winning big at a table with your closest friends. Or going all out on a night you hope lasts forever. Like watching your team clinch the playoffs on a giant screen. Or stepping away for a weekend you'll never forget. Whatever you do it for the memories, and we'll do everything we can to make them last. Ameristar Blackhawk. Come visit or book your next memories at AmeristarBlackhawk.com. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER.
Do you believe in magic?
I know it's not a question most bankers ask, but we're not ordinary bankers. We know magic exists. We've seen it. This is Glenn Jamron, president of Alpine Bank, member FDIC. Magic happens when a child opens gifts on Christmas morning. Magic happens when a less fortunate family finds they've been adopted for the season, receiving food and warm clothing. There's magic when a family is reunited. Alpine Bank sees magic every time you do something kind. You remind us the true spirit of Christmas is in giving, in letting others know you care. From all of us at Alpine Bank, Merry Christmas. You are proof that real magic surrounds us. Alpine Bank, committed to Colorado and you.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly, near and far, without any glasses, thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision, RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Jacob's Law, 303 Law 4040.
Tune into Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Wednesdays at 9:15 to hear ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky break down Bo Nix and the Broncos every week during football season. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's Dover and Cecil on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
RJ Harvey had 19 carries last week.
Wow.
We couldn't believe it on Monday.
It was awesome.
The run pass splits were 3 last week. It was 7 the week before. Sean Payton is showing us something here with what he's been able to do the last couple of weeks with game planning and commitment to the run game. Now my question is, when you're playing not one of the best, but the best rush defense, does that same commitment show its face? The Jags, that's exactly what they have, Cease. The number 1 rush defense in the NFL. They've only given up 10 rushing touchdowns this year. That's 4th least in the entire NFL.
Right.
And will continue to add to that stat for their side. They face the least amount of rushing attempts at 311 and have just given up 3.9 yards per carry, which is the 3rd lowest. So best pass rush ranked defense, 4th lowest touchdowns, the 3rd lowest in yards per carry. So they're really, really good at this. Will Sean Payton be able to handle that with low per attempt number, not the big success, the explosive plays probably unlikely to be there at the rate that they've been there in the past for this offense? Will Sean then pull the plug, or does he know how important that is for his quarterback in the second half?
Yeah, I think that's what he knows, even though he has to fight the kind of urge to just go pass. That's what Sean Payton wants to do, but if he wants to have great success, then he's got to include the ground game, even if they're stuffing it. And I've seen the future. RJ Harvey's going to have about 3 yards a carry, and I don't even care. If there is a big run intertwined in those, let's say, 13 carries, okay, fine. 13 for 80, great. But if it's 13 for, 40, then I go, all right, well, tell me when those 13 came within the drive. You have to have a ground game presence. You have to run enough. So can they get to the 114 number? I think as a team, That's what they need to be focused on. We know that Jacksonville, and, everyone throws this around like, how are they going to run on the Jaguars? That defense, and look at them. And rushing defense, 86.3 yards per game. More math. That's 28 more yards. Can you get 28 more yards out of them to get to 114 from their season average? Yeah, you can. Now, that can be on one play, like Bugs Bunny playing blackjack, one card. It can be one play from R.J. Harvey, but it also could be Jaleel. I'm not going to say Tyler Bidet, and maybe it's Bo Nix, right? Maybe there is a time they fall asleep and Bo gets that 20-yard gash. So there needs to be some, I would say this, let's get 2 explosive plays in the run game, and that's 15-plus yards. So get 2 of those things, continue to do what you do, even if it's 3 yards a carry, but if there's 2 explosives, and maybe that's Marvin Mims, right? Back to Marvin. Yep. More Marvin, please. There's a way to break them. It's a little bit, you got to be a Von Drago. I know he's the bad guy, but, I will break you.
Yeah.
You have to do that. Jacksonville, they're feeling themselves. It's pretty good. You ain't playing Riley Leonard, baby.
That's right.
You ain't playing Brady Cook, for the love of God. Brady Cook.
He was so bad in that game. He was
kidding me?
So bad.
Yeah, so Jacksonville, you've been feasting. Come to Denver, and, they'll kick your ass.
Well, then also you commit to it. You stay with it. You don't waver. And then you use what they do best against them with play action in the second half, because they know who they are. I would imagine that they tell you their identity is we're run stuffers and we take the football away on defense. That's who we are. It's what we do.
Right.
There's evidence behind that as well. But you have some success running the football because you don't go away from it, and you have the best offensive line in the NFL, and you have a running back that's learning to follow his blockers. You have a big-ass fullback that can blast through a line if he needs to. Then in the second half, when they go into the halftime and they go, our adjustments are, they're punking us, they're bullying us, they're beating us up and down the block. Then that second level goes, I'm filling that gap even faster than I did before. Play action, Bo, over the top, your dude Marvin Mims beating everybody to the end zone, and then we got that big explosive play off the arm of Bo Nix.
Yeah, and this is it's going to be the war of attrition, right? If you're eking out field goal drives and you're holding them to field goals, okay. I don't think it's who has the ball last, as I did say before the Green Bay game. That might be who has the ball last. I don't feel that way in this game. It's just who's controlling the pace. Who's controlling the pace? Can your plan work? What kind of plan will that be? We're fixing to find out.
I can't wait for it, man. I can't wait to see this game. I can't wait to see how they stack up. It just still feels weird to me to say I can't wait to see how they stack up against the Jags. Because I still don't believe in the Jags. I don't believe it. I don't know that I ever will.
Well, and this is where, if we circle back to our Avs conversation of they get everybody shot, guess what Denver's going to get?
Yeah.
You've got a team in Jacksonville that's feeling themselves. They're on the road. All the pressure's on Denver. All the pressure's on Denver. So they could be, and it was good last week that they were underdogs because it took away some of that pressure. Green Bay's favored. Well, Denver's favored now, barely, but they're favored. So overdogs thing, that won't work this week.
Yeah.
You've got to have a different motivation, and that motivation should be win the AFC West, get the best seed, win the Super Bowl.
I did see Drew sent us an article that Pro Football Talk wrote about how the NFL, you got 2 pretty good teams, right? One, the best record, the other surging and winning a lot of games over the last 2 months. It's kind of being buried even in the 205 window that not a lot of people throughout America are going to get this game on Fox. Just our region and their region, basically. It's the NFL, the NFL going I'm not sure still about the Jags, about the Broncos.
What is Monday Night Football, 49ers Colts?
Oh, it is this
Who gives
week.
a crap?
Yeah, can they flex that out?
I wonder if Indy will pay attention this week. Just such terrible fans. I'm sorry. And I know Indiana,
Oh, that's okay.
Okay. Yeah. Not Seymour. Not Seymour at all.
I don't even really like the Colts. Everybody likes the Redskins. Or the Commanders.
Commanders, right.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Or Tampa Bay. My family likes Washington or Tampa Bay.
Is that why your one uncle, worships Mark Schlereth?
Yeah, Uncle Timmy.
Does he
Troy.
worship Mark Schlereth the way Kev worships Bo Nix?
If they were in the same room, yeah, 100%, 100%, yeah. I don't know if you were on the FaceTime, but when my family FaceTimed Stokely, my Uncle Troy literally goes, and he's not even a Colts fan. He literally said, "Thanks for everything you did for the Colts," and it was so weird. But it was fun. It was fun.
When we do Check Our X, we have some awkward celebrity interactions.
Oh,
I can't wait to show you that one.
Real quick, our guy Aaron, he's checking in for Tribe Roll Call.
What's up, Aaron?
Says, I'm up here in FOCO checking out our insurance clients' homes for damage from wind apocalypse. I know the Jags look unstoppable right now. But Cecil, can you talk about how the Broncos can win this game? We got that coming up with some keys to the game on Friday. I'm taking my son's for his birthday, and I want to know what my booze budget should be to calm the nerves. Let's go Broncos and no coach Tribe.
Okay,
That's
nice,
good stuff, Aaron.
nice.
Your kid's
Appreciate
going to
that.
love it. Win or lose, your kid's going to remember that for the rest of his life, that his dad took him to a Broncos game on his birthday. So I get it. You want to win, but, man, you're creating memories that cannot be replaced. Did you get wind apocalypse? How was it in your hood?
It's always windy in Roxborough, so it was kind of just the same, but no power outage or anything like that.
Okay.
So it felt very blessed.
Same with us. I stayed up a little later playing Xbox, so like 11 p.m. it started to really come in, and I have that piece of crap shed in my backyard that's metal still. And you
Oh,
just
boy,
hear it.
rattle,
I'm
rattle,
like, oh,
rattle.
we're losing that tonight.
That thing,
Luckily,
pick it up
we
and
didn't.
fly away like Dorothy's house in the Wizard of Oz.
I need a new shed when I ever get money someday, but that thing's a piece of you-know-what.
Okay, all right.
We'll replace that at some point. Yeah, hopefully everybody was okay. And if not, you got help like our guy up there giving you some insurance quotes as to what can be replaced. All right, we heard Sean Payton just talk about how good the Jags defense is. What's Bo Nix seeing them? We'll find out from Bo and talk about his game plan coming up next.
Are the Denver Broncos looking down at the rest of the NFL?
This is the best team in football. There is no question. These guys are playing at an incredibly high level, and they are peaking at the right time.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game and the go-to spot for football season with wall-to-wall TVs, hearty eats, ice-cold drinks, and of course, those scenic views. It's a full-on experience whether you're catching college or pro games this season. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Gentlemen, the holidays are here and your quest begins. You have a wonderful woman in your life. You need something really special but affordable. Hi, this is Christine of Beau Visage Skincare and Spa, reminding you women love to be pampered in luxury. So this year, consider buying her a wonderful, relaxing experience at Beau Visage. Remember, we specialize in luxurious services like European facials, soothing massages, and several more. But guys, let's be honest, you can buy a facial or massage anywhere. But at Beau Visage, you don't just buy a service. Instead, you're buying a luxurious spa experience. You have several gift packages to choose from, all at very competitive prices. Plus, it's easy shopping. Just call 303-779-5002 or bvspa.com. This holiday, give the fabulous gift of Beau Visage, 303-779-5002 or bvspa.com.
Men, it's the holidays, a time of love and joy. But if you suffer from erectile dysfunction, the season can be tough on you. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you and your partner are experiencing struggles because of ED, change it up this year. Give the best gift you can give to the one you love by treating your ED and restoring your relationship. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating ED, and as a Promedic restorative health practice, we've literally seen countless thousands of relationships renewed across the nation. Plus, with treatments having success rates well over 90%, coupled with many treatment options, we can likely find the right one for you. You may even find you're performing like you haven't in years. So call us and give your partner the best gift you can give this season, a renewed, restored relationship. Your first visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in our office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Hey guys, boy Stink here today about my long-term buddy Troy Hansford. And if you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now might be the time to sell, still get top dollar. Believe it or not, my guy Troy is still offering his $5,000 guarantee. What is it, you ask? Well, if he can't sell your house at your price on your timeline that you agree upon beforehand, bam, going to cut you a check for $5,000. Who else makes the offer? Nobody I've ever heard of. And he makes that offer because he continues to spend a ton of money marketing his listings, has about 100 families approved and ready to buy right now. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house all cash and he can close in as little as 7 days. You have a house to sell, Troy probably has that perfect buyer for you right now, waiting for you to pick up the phone and to call him. Call Troy, get your home sold for the most money. That's 720-900-4433, 720-900-4433. Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. Want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy, 720-900-4433.
Hey Broncos country, it's Terrell Davis here. You know, in the game of life, our most valuable asset is our health. With the right equipment, you can train like a pro. That's why I've made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer. I have a true treadmill at home. It's the smoothest and quietest I've ever been on.
For the fitness fanatic on your Christmas list, save big this holiday season. At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
Do you own a small business? You need to hear this. A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure. Not kind of sure, not pretty sure, but super sure. Coming soon.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents Dover and Cecil.
I asked Cecil a question earlier today. Will the game plan change? Is Sean coaching Bo, instructing Bo to be less aggressive, take less shots because of the 18 interceptions that this Jaguars defense have accumulated through the first 16 weeks of the NFL season? You said probably doesn't have to change. We went back and we looked at some of the numbers and the interceptions that have been accumulated by that team, and half of them are against really, really bad NFL quarterbacks. So then insert Bo Nix up at the podium, and he was asked a similar question about how good they are on defense. With that knowledge, is there an extra emphasis this week to take care of the ball?
Well, that's important. It's important every game, and I don't necessarily think it's any more important this game, even though they have in the past. I think they do a good job with, just having vision and then punching the ball out. So, it's just something to be aware of, but nothing to be scared of.
All right, you hear that at the end. Nothing to be scared of, just to be aware of. So, all right, if he's saying that, now saying and doing are different things, obviously, but now Sean's saying it, Bo's saying it, they're both fully aware. You say they don't have to change the game plan, so that means I see the same Bo, calm, cool, collected in the pocket,
right,
and trusting those guys downfield.
Trusting those guys and taking some chances, and where Jordan Love had 2 interceptions last week, Kev's mile high moment coming true, I'm just going to condition everybody, be ready for Bo to throw a couple of picks.
This week.
Okay, yeah, this week. And don't be, again, I think we all should be done with, like, the overreaction. Colin Cowherd's going to talk about him drafting a quarterback next week. And Bo throws a couple of picks and they lose. So, like, let's just stop with that. Know that Bo's going to be comfortable. You're going to break an egg to make some omelets, right?
That's right.
That's what Bo Nix is going to do as a passer. And Green Bay didn't get those picks. That Jacksonville can get those picks. So if he's playing the same way, and by the way, if he does throw an interception, it's not going to stop him. It's not like he's going to go into a shell and be like, oh gosh, guys, I don't know what to do. And this is where the 61 games from college experience and the Oregon offense comes into play, where he's going to be sedate across the board in what he does, and he's going to be cool, calm, and collected because that's who he is.
That's exactly who he is. I don't ever want, this is what I talk about when you have an identity. It doesn't matter who is across from you or how good they are at one specific category. You know you're so good at what you do. It's the old Larry Bird thing. Look at that spot right there. I'm going to dribble to there, and I'm going to shoot it in your face, and we're going to win the game. And then he dribbles up, he stands in that spot, and he shoots in the face, they win the game. That's an identity. The last month, they've had a bit of a passing identity because of who Bo Nix is. Now let's see what it looks like against one of the top-tier secondaries in the league.
Yeah, top-tier secondary that they're going to be tested as well. I mean, this is a big test for both teams, and it's who's going to have the better plan and who's going to have the better execution. Again, you can have the plan. It's how are you executing. Jacksonville's going to be real fired up to come in here and pick off Bo Nix.
I thought Bo being asked about the MVP was very interesting to me. It was thrown his way, and they asked, hey, what's it like to be in the MVP conversation?
It's pretty cool. It probably, I guess it means we're 12-2 and we got a good team.
Feels like he didn't. That's a weird answer for him, right? Like, am I in the MVP conversation? Because when I heard him, the question, and then his answer last night, listening to the press conferences, I wrote it down. Is he in the MVP conversation?
Who asked it?
I don't know. Do you remember?
I'm going to publicly shame him. I got to go back and figure it out.
It was Zach Stevens.
Oh, Zach? Okay, Zach, don't ask him that.
Yeah, that's kind of a...
Well, you do it because it'll be like a viral moment. I get it. We all do that.
I don't know that we all do that.
It's funny when questions are asked because you're like, I know what article you're writing.
Right.
Chris Thomason is really writing about Cody Schrader this week because, man, there's a bunch of Cody Schrader comments. So, okay,
because I don't look.
I will advise everyone, all of my friends, and Zach is a friend, let's not go over the moon about this type of stuff because they've got to concentrate on their jobs. And this is where, not the MVP conversation, although it ties in. I don't want any talk about the win streak, nothing like that. Like, these guys have work to do. Jacksonville's a real good team. They could beat you down on Sunday. You want that to happen because somebody's distracted because MVP or all this stuff that's on the board. They know what's on the table. Let him go make it that's on the table. And Bo, he's not dialed in like that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
No.
So,
and look,
that's the type of answer he's going to give you.
We're the Bo show. There's not been throw Kevin and 3 guys more in on Bo than we've been since he got drafted a couple Aprils ago. I'm here to tell you he's not in the MVP conversation, guys. He's not. He's not going to win it. He's not going to be a finalist. He keeps up this stuff that he's done the last month. I told you this earlier this week. He does this, and that becomes the norm. It's what he looks like in 15 out of 17 games normally. This time next year, that'll be a legit question.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, you're searching for a narrative. What's Sean say? It fits your narrative?
Right.
That's what was going on.
Well, and it's been a month.
Right.
He's played consistent football for a month.
Yeah.
Before this last month, we've been like, why is he inconsistent? Why is he turning on in the fourth quarter? Now they're winning, but it's not been a season long of dominance from Bo Nix. It's been a month of really good football from Bo Nix. So I would agree with you as the Bo show. He's not in the MVP conversation.
And that's okay.
And by the way, I say this about Joker, who's the best player on the planet, and Bo Nix is not the best player on the planet in football, unless it's Kevin's heart. I could give a crap about the MVP. All of these, is RJ Harvey going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year? I don't care. Are they going to win the Super Bowl? That's what matters in the Mile High City. The accolades will be the accolades.
Yeah.
I can't believe Shedeur Sanders is ahead of Bo Nix. I don't care. It matters not. What matters is the game, winning. I want to talk ball, and I want to hear Bo talk ball, not give a bad answer because he doesn't know he's in the MVP thing. And by the way, he's not really in the MVP thing.
I actually think the opposite. He knows he's not in it. And he's entertaining because the question was asked, and Zach's such a nice guy that you don't want to crap on a bad question.
Unless you're Sean. Sean would want to crap on a bad question.
Bo doesn't do that yet. Let's see how much Sean rubs off on him. But Zach's a nice guy, and he's there every day. He does a good job. He just asked an interesting question.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, everybody will be okay. I got to give a shout out. It's the 289er. They don't put their name because they want us to call him the 289er. When Sean said there'll be 7 eyes on the quarterback, they wrote in, who has 1 eye? Which is very good. And then they go to Pro Football Reference and do a little research for us. They're talking about Bo Nix when trailing. How about this? I didn't even recognize or realize that this was the number. When Bo Nix is trailing this season, his touchdown to interception ratio is 16-1. We talked about, hey, get to the fourth quarter, then they're going to turn it on. Just let the other team score first, I guess. 16-1, your touchdown to interception ratio. Great work here from the 289er, even citing their source with Pro Football Reference.
I like it.
16-1. It's pretty damn good.
That's excellent.
Yeah. Feeling pretty good about that number. All right. Keep your text coming in, 303-713-1043. This is a text from... Oh, you didn't put your name here. Come on, guys. 860 area code. Checking in from South Denver, dropping off our holiday baskets to our referral partners. And, just realized he was in our building, but not on our floor when he saw the sports equipment donation box. They were down on the 3rd floor, which I don't really know what goes on down there. Doctors?
I think so, yeah. Doctor? Mm-hmm.
I've seen people go there with crutches. That's why I'm assuming that.
Yeah.
They share the elevator, and I'm like, oh, tough break, huh? And then they get off and walk, and they're like, that guy's an idiot. So good luck. Appreciate you out there driving around and taking us with you wherever it is you go. Keep your text coming at 303-713-1043. Text line powered by Ramos Law. Or the YouTube page. That thing's always open and rolling. YouTube.com/DenverSports. Click the Dover and Cecil stream and you are in just like that. What's on our timeline? We check our X every day around 11:40. We'll tell you what you need to know, including someone else trying to jump on this Bo bandwagon that I think all of us will say, nah, you're too late. Details next.
Still don't believe in the Denver Broncos? Mike Evans has a message for you.
If you're a Bo cynic or if you're a Sean cynic, get on board. Get on board the train because it's leaving. We're not even through year 2. Buckle up because this is going to be fun.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Cake Mortgage Corp. Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 1734623. Regulated by the Colorado Division of Real Estate. Terms and conditions apply based on approved credit.
Buying an investment property should be simple, right? Find a place that cash flows, make your down payment. But then comes the part every investor dreads, getting a loan. You know what happens next. You hand over your tax returns loaded with write-offs and smart CPA magic, but the bank looks at you like, oh, you're one of those people. Traditional lenders don't get you, but we do. At Cake, we specialize in DSCR loans. DSCR means debt service coverage ratio. Simply said, if rent covers or almost covers the mortgage, we can probably get you funded and you won't need to explain yourself to a loan officer who's never filed a Schedule C. Start building your real estate legacy today. Call 1-800-EAT-CAKE. That's 1-800-EAT-CAKE right now. Or visit cakehome.com to learn why life's better with Cake.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's our last chance to donate for 2025.
Catch Telestrator Tuesday weekly on Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, where Stink or Stoke dive into the past weekend's games with a coach's eye, using insights into what went right and wrong on critical plays. Telestrator Tuesdays, powered by Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here. I'm going to be blunt. If your windows are drafty, sticking, or leaking, cold nights are costing you money. In January, they'll cost you even more. Window prices are going up. Gravina's Window Center of Littleton is locking in 2025 pricing, but orders must be placed by December 31st. Don't let the 2026 price increase punch you in the wallet. Order by December 31st or you're paying 2026 prices. Go to windowsforyourhome.com or call them at 303-794-0490.
This holiday season, don't drink and drive. But if you are in an accident, you're in luck. Flanagan Law, where strength meets compassion. While the other guys blend in, I stand out. Look for the Shamrock. Flanagan Law, your advocate when you need it most.
Marketing can feel overwhelming. Where to start? What works? What doesn't? That's where your marketing experts at DenverSports come in. Audio, video, online marketing, and we know how to cut through the noise so your customers finally hear your story. You don't have to waste time guessing or spinning your wheels. We'll guide you with a proven plan that turns your marketing into growth. Let us handle the hard part. You do the easy part. Head over to DenverSports.com and click Advertise with Us and start growing your business today.
Men, we hear it all the time. A man comes in to get his erectile dysfunction treated, and very soon thereafter, he tells us that his relationship is renewed. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and you should know that ED doesn't just affect you, it also often affects your partner. They can feel undesired, unwanted, they may even feel like you don't love them anymore. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we've successfully treated thousands of men for ED with protocols that have success rates as high as 90%. Which means if you're like most men, we can get you back to the guy you used to be. You could even last up to an hour or more and find you're performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and give your partner the gift of renewed love. Your first visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in our office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. That's RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, a Promenic restorative health practice.
Get ready for every Broncos game with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall as he joins The Drive every Friday afternoon at 4:45 exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Thanks to Corwin Toyota Boulder. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app. Don't at me, bro. It's time to check your ex.
Why are you stalking me?
No, not that ex. Twitter, unfollow. Here's Dover and Cecil to help you swipe, scroll, and screenshot your way through today's top headlines.
Power of social media. I'm on Team Gets It.
Are you on Team Gets It? Well, we got a couple things to share on our Twitter timelines. You want to follow along, be friends on Twitter, hit us up at Joshua Dover, at Cecil Lammy. I got a couple things, Cecil, and I want to know what's happening on your timeline.
Some fun stuff today, that's for sure.
Well, is it fun that everybody now is trying to get back on the Bo Nix bandwagon? A tweet from at PFF. Yeah, that PFF. Bo Nix, during the Broncos' 11-game win streak, he's the fourth highest-graded quarterback in football, and they got a cool photo of him running out with American flag to the field, and they follow that up by the most touchdowns on 20-plus yard throws since 2024. That's Bo Nix. He's got 18 of those things after last week. But what's really fun, and again, this tweet is from, when's this one from? Just 2 days ago. Go back and read some of the replies. It's so fun. First response, Bo Lever is the handle. You guys have been crapping on him, different word, all year. We haven't had room on the bandwagon for a while now. GTFOH. Really nice. And then the official at PFF Twitter handle responds to that text, that tweet, and writes, admin has always been a Bo Lever. And I'm like, all right, well, I can kind of respect the fact that you're trying so hard to get on it, but PFF literally had him listed as like the 26th best quarterback in the NFL 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Now, he's changed who he's been over the last 4 weeks.
Right.
But it is kind of a part of that of like, you guys kind of went out of your way to crap on our guy. He's our guy. And now you want back in? I'm having a hard time letting pipsqueaks in over there at PFF.
No, that's a no. That's a no for me, dog. Yeah, it's
a no from you. I'm riding with you.
Once you said PFF, I was like, yeah, no. Yeah, no. Again, and Sean Payton's backed this up. Analytics are interesting. You need to use analytics. Don't be the Rockies before DePodesta. Analytics don't sum up football. Not at all. Like, you can get some interesting stuff from them. I quote advanced data regularly, but I make sure that the film backs it up. This is a film-based business, in addition to being a results-based business. And PFF looks at what you've done, not what you could do, and they grade you on a scale that, is inaccurate often.
Well, that's what I said. I don't ignore it, but I don't live and die by it either.
Sure,
I think you take a healthy combo of both, and it just, they don't do themselves any favors by having their staff, this is going to be mean, I want to say it anyway, look the way they look.
Get as offended as you like.
Like they're nerdy guys.
Well, and here's the thing, and this is getting deep and personal, but like, people judge you almost immediately on the way you look.
Yeah, and if they tell you they don't, they're lying.
Exactly. And it's like, and it shows like in a professional standing, it shows like if you're a little portly, they'll be like, oh, you don't have the discipline to eat right. You don't have the discipline to exercise.
Yeah.
That's what people do naturally. And if you don't like it, well then,
I'm telling
this
you,
isn't the plane of existence for you.
I believe 99% of people do it. We're afraid of what society thinks about our feelings, so you don't share it.
We need more shaming.
Yeah.
If there was more shaming in this world, then I think we'd be better off. And it's not verbal abuse or whatever, but it's like, no, get your crap together, man.
When I've eaten bad for a couple of days in a row and I'm just hammering regular Mountain Dews, the zero, not the zero sugar stuff.
Not the zero sugar.
Like if I'm getting ready in the morning, I'll just stand there in the mirror. I'm like, look at you, you pathetic, gross, disgusting human being. And I tell myself that.
Yeah.
And it helps.
Yeah.
Because then say, I'm like, I'm not going to eat a bunch of crap. I don't like the way I felt and looked this morning.
Well, I was thinking about getting a new robe for Christmas. Yeah. And I was like, there's nothing for a man, because all you guys are offended by thongs. But I'm like, for a man, I think we all need like a robe so you can, if you just show a little bit to your lady, I mean, you just got to show a little bit of the chest, little tiny, maybe a little chain gang, right? A little tiny, and then maybe you got a little hair, maybe you're clean, maybe you're waxed on your chest.
Oh, wow.
I was thinking about robes are awesome.
Dude,
if I go to a nice hotel and I'm like, I'm stealing this robe.
I was getting ready to say, we went to Baltimore a few years ago because one of my lady's college friends was getting married.
Okay.
And her husband was from Baltimore. And we stayed
sorry.
at the Pendleton or something like that. It was a nice hotel because it was my birthday, too. And it's like, all right, we'll splurge for the nice room.
Okay.
And I was never a robe guy. Kelsey's always been a robe gal. She has like a robe that she wears at the house and everything. And she's like, you got to just wear it. And I'm like, all right, I'll try it on. And since then, it's the same thing. When we go to a nicer hotel, I'm like, make sure they have 2 robes in there because I want one too. Get those little slippers. I want those too.
Right,
and I'm taking them home with me.
Yes.
Robes are so underrated.
So if you don't dip your toe into the thong section, I think
gotta be a
all
robe
guys,
guy.
because you got to look sexy for your lady.
Of
Come
course,
on. Like
yeah.
all these guys that are against it and like so offended, I'm like, she wears lingerie for you. You can at least wear a robe.
Yeah.
Come on. Don't be a tool bag.
Yeah, you wear a robe. It's also comfortable.
It's so comfortable.
If you just, that's going to get too personal, but it's okay. We're in the tribe. Trust tree here.
The trust tree, yeah.
If you're free under the robe, it's so nice.
I know.
That feeling of freedom.
It's the greatest. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice.
But you want that robe belt to be a little, you don't want it to be, too out there.
You don't want to show it all. That's for later, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a tease.
Look
right?
at that. We're team robe here. I don't even judge you for the thong. You do you, man. Whatever
That's
you
tribe
have to
vibe,
do.
man. Tribe vibe. What's the tribe vibe on robes? Let us know. Chat room on
robe,
YouTube.
A nice robe. and a nice
Ramos.com
hotel.
text line.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Wasn't planning on talking about robes.
All right, Cease, what's
I
happening
got to
on your
tell you
timeline?
this because celebrity interaction. You said about your uncle with his celebrity interaction with
Yeah.
Brandon Stokely.
Yeah.
Thank you for everything you did for the Colts. It's pathetic.
And that's all I could say. He's just staring at the camera. Like, oh.
So this dude has a picture of Tom Cruise, and I'll read it for you because it's a little bit much. I met Tom Cruise on the street once, and he signed my skateboard.
Nice.
I thought you would love this. And he asked me, hey, what else are you into? And the kid said, I'm into corn and gaming.
Okay.
Not corn,
I
but
bet
you know
it's
what I
a
mean.
different word, yeah.
A full year later, I skated past him again, and he was like, hey, the kid's name is Josh. Hey, Josh, how's the messing around with yourself and Halo going? But he said it genuinely and not rudely.
Yeah.
So Tom Cruise, a whole year later, remembered that you were a gooner and that you loved Halo. That's incredible, right?
Yes, it is.
So Tom Cruise, a little weird, right? Jumping
Yeah.
on the couches and
Yeah.
Katie Holmes or whatever.
I think it's a lot weird, but he's a damn good actor.
He's a damn fine actor.
Yeah.
He's not Tom Hanks weird, which is a different story.
Sure.
Tom Cruise is just kind of weird, but a great actor, does his own stunts, and can remember that you're a gooner and you love gaming.
It's like, how many people does he meet that are honest with him about what they do? So that kid telling
You're
the
some
truth.
punk skateboarder, you're like,
that kid told me the truth about what he's into, and no one tells me the truth about what they're doing.
So awkward celebrity interactions. For me, it was when I met Marshall Falk. Spivak was there, and it was so embarrassing because I told him, and Drew will remember this, I had a bounty out on his hat that he wore when he declared to go pro.
You had a bounty out on it?
It was a B paid hat. It just had the letter B and then paid. And it was like in the, red and yellow and green colors. And I think it had a black brim. It was a really cool hat. So I told my listeners, I was like, hey, man, if y'all can find me a B paid hat, I got $1,000 for you.
Wow.
And never got it. And so I met Marshall Falk out at training camp and had him on ESPN Denver. And I was like, Marshall, I got to tell you, man, that B paid hat you had when you declared to go pro, why would you ever remember the hat you were wearing when you had a press conference to say you're leaving San Diego State to go pro?
And he's had 9,000 press conferences since then.
And ever since then, like that whole interview was just awkward because he realized I was some weirdo and weird guy offering $1,000 for his hat.
Yeah.
So that was my awkward celebrity interaction. Did you have one?
In that moment, imagine Marshall's like, how long has this guy been following me?
This guy's a weirdo.
How long has he known about me?
Right.
I've had a couple. They've both basically come in like the media world thing. I've told you the Cassidy Hubbard. I just made an absolute fool of myself because she's an attractive woman and I'm a dumb man. And
were you like when BK interviewed Paige Schmironic?
Kinda, yeah, kinda. But it was just like I'm walking by, and the whole time I'm like, I'm gonna say hi to Cassidy. I'm gonna tell her I'm a big fan. I'm gonna tell her what I do for a living, all this stuff. And all that came out was, "Hi, Cassidy, I'm Josh. And then I walked away.
And then you left?
And then I left.
Hi, I'm Josh. Hi,
and then I
girl.
just left.
I'm Josh.
And
See
it was
ya.
very, very awkward in that moment as well.
Okay.
I felt like a complete fool.
Okay.
I kind of did it to Adrian Wojnarowski when he was still doing basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And they came to cover the finals. And it was when I was the Jumbotron guy. So I'm getting ready to do my show up on the Jumbotron. But he and Malika have a hit, and they're right in front of us. And I'm a fan of Malika now. But I'm also a fan of Adrian for his work and everything that he does. And it was the same thing. I'm just like, Adrian, mostly because Malika was there. But I'm like, Adrian, I just want to say, like, I'm a hoop head. I think you're really good at what you do. Everybody in this industry looks up to you with what's going on. And then it was almost like they expected me to then turn to Malika and say something nice. And I had nothing. I just turned to her and I'm just like staring at her, probably creepily.
Yes.
And then same thing, just turn around and walk away. And I didn't even acknowledge her being there. And it was very awkward, I think, for everybody.
That's incredibly awkward. So let us know on the YouTube chat and also the ramoslaw.com text line, what kind of awkward celebrity interaction have you had? Let us know. 303-713-1043. And then, of course, on our YouTube chat. What's up, YouTube?
Hi, YouTube.
So, yeah.
We all have some, right?
I thought that the skateboarder was named Josh. This isn't you, right?
I've never met Tom
You didn't
Cruise.
meet
Never
Tom
met
Cruise?
Tom Cruise,
Okay.
no.
Who's the biggest star you've ever met? Non-sports, because
Bret
we've
the
been
Hitman
around.
Hart.
Mm.
What do you mean? Best there is, best there was, best there ever will be.
I mean, yeah.
He gave me his glasses, dude.
I mean, he is an actor, so you got that.
There we go. Yeah, yeah. It's all wrestlers when I was a kid. I met Lex Luthor, too. All wrestler guys.
All right. Any non-wrestlers? I said non-sports, and wrestling's not really sports,
Well,
but it's not really acting.
Ivan from Five Finger Death Punch, like, people think he's a celebrity, but he's my brother's friend from when they were younger.
Mhm.
So he wasn't Ivan then. I mean, he was Ivan, but he wasn't Ivan.
Yeah.
So, like, I see him regularly, and it's like, oh, there's the dude from
They
Five Finger Death
redid one of Faith No More songs, I believe, is Out of Nowhere, and I fully appreciate anyone that's
Yeah.
a fan of Mike Patton.
What about you? Biggest non-sports?
Non-sports, Alyssa Milano.
What?
Yeah, she was at the draft in New York City, and I grew up with a big crush on Alyssa Milano.
who
She was
didn't?
like my first celebrity crush, and she's tiny. She's a tiny woman, and I was just like, "What's up?" You know. So I
You're
tried to
being
do
cool
the
guy.
opposite,
Yeah.
cool guy thing. Sounded like a total moron. Total moron.
Yeah. The moral of the story is guys don't know how to talk to women.
That's very true. Very true.
And we're guilty of it. All right, that's what's on our timeline. We check our X, try to have some fun at 11:45 every day. Let's get into our lunch hour. Back to the Broncos. We wondered what the injury report would look like for Denver. Now we know. Let's tell you what that looks like and hear what Sean Payton had to say about these Jags and how you slow down that defense. Coming up next.
With his performance against the Packers, did Bo Nix officially silence his critics?
I saw the finishing touches of what I needed to see. It wasn't about one throw or one drive. It was the collective over the course of 60 minutes. The Denver Broncos have found their franchise quarterback.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Winter is officially here, Denver, and Hermes Worldwide is your ride to all action. Whether you're bundling up to cheer on the Broncos at Empower Field or heading downtown to catch an Avs or Nuggets game, make sure you get there on time and in style. This holiday season, let Hermes Worldwide handle your Christmas light tours, festive nights out, and stress-free airport transfers. Skip the traffic, snow, and parking hassles. Ride in warm, comfortable luxury with a professional driver who gets you there safely. Book now at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports.
At 303 Law 4040, we know getting into an accident stinks, and so does getting worked over by the insurance company or even your slick-talking made-for-TV lawyer. So if we can help, just give us a call. 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. That's 303 Law 4040.
Join Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and White Claw at Mile High Station on Sunday, December 21st from noon to 2:05 p.m. for the Fan Football pregame show. Get your head in the game with orange and blue face painting and White Claw. White Claw, grab life by the claw.
Hey Broncos country, it's Terrell Davis here. You know, in the game of life, our most valuable asset is our health. With the right equipment, you can train like a pro. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer. I have a true treadmill at home. It's the smoothest and quietest I've ever been on.
For the fitness fanatic on your Christmas list, save big this holiday season. At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
Your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks.
Hey guys, feeling cooped up this winter? Mark Schlereth here. You know these Colorado nights can get freezing cold with your furnace running non-stop just to keep things cozy. But here's the thing. While your heating system is working overtime, it's also blowing dust, dirt, and debris through your air ducts and straight into the air you breathe. That's where Ductworks comes in. Your trusted air duct cleaning experts. Using a powerful combination of scraping and vacuuming technology, the Ductworks team clears out years of buildup, grime, and other gunk hiding in your ductwork. The results? Cleaner, fresher air, better energy efficiency, and a healthier home or office for you and your family. Don't wait until spring. Breathe easier now with top-rated service from Ductworks. Call them at 303-425-0985 or visit them online today at ductworks.com for a free residential or commercial estimate.
303-425-0985.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BOOST25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code BOOST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BOOST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Restore your bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to thinning hair with the same simple one-day treatment I receive from Dr. Tanya Pauls of Advanced Hair. Your own natural hair begins regrowing the very next day, and your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. Call 720-459-HAIR, advancedhair.com.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents
I want to talk more about this Jags and Broncos game. First up, the Broncos injury report, because we did say it yesterday as the first report comes out Wednesday afternoon. Hey, we got to keep an eye on what's happening with RJ Harvey. Will Pat Bryant be back in the mix? And the answer to those questions, yes and yes. Pat Bryant dealing with a hamstring, but was a full participant on Wednesday. Definitely looking like he could come back and play on Sunday. And then RJ Harvey, a rib injury that we learned about after or during and after that Packers game, also a full participant. In fact, DMP, the only one was Justin Strnad. He's got it's a foot, as they say. They called it an ankle during the game. And then Ben Powers, who's coming back from a bicep injury that put him on IR. This is now, what are we looking at, like 4 straight days of limited if we're going back to what last week was?
And I believe he has another 2 weeks in that 21-day window.
Oh, okay.
The speculation is that he'll play on Christmas.
Okay.
That's speculative right now.
Play as in start or play as in?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not getting Wally pipped. As great as Palcho has been, and he's fantastic, you gotta keep Palcho around, and I believe that they will. He's such a quality player for this team, and whether it's a reserve or a starter, they'll do that, but it Powers, and based on Powers' money as well, he's starting next year too. So,
well, you know what? Kevin's crew over there at the stadium will get eligible number 63 again back in their lives. get it for the postseason.
Okay.
Pretty nice to see the fans
I do
fired
like
up by it.
eligible 73 because I'm
Not
a Frank
bad.
Crum fan, and he's got glorious hair.
Well, I would say
and he's a
like,
Laramie kid, man.
If we had a fat guy touchdown, and if the fat guy also has He-Man hair, I mean, does it get any better than that?
I know. I have the power.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
He's out there doing a little,
Does he live in Castle Grayskull?
He might.
I got to talk to Frank today. I'm going to ask him that. He's going to look at me like I'm weird.
Does he even know He-Man?
He doesn't know He-Man.
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't know He-Man. He's like 20. He doesn't know
Right.
He-Man.
Like, no, this guy that was in his underwear, he had hair like yours, just beat the crap out of everybody.
But then he would like change from the prince, and then his cat was like scared, but then he wasn't scared, and he'd ride his cat, and he fought Skeletor.
He'd be looking over at Patrick. There's
Hey,
a drug addict over here. There's a guy on psychedelics talking about He-Man. All right, that'd be a fun video for us, though. So, yeah, Ben Powers, all right, we'll stretch that out into next week. And then you go back to what that depth is. So Pat Bryant coming back, what does that mean for the offense? RJ Harvey being available. Look, I like the idea behind going and signing the practice squad running back Cody Schrader and then learning more about him, that they had actually attempted that a couple of weeks ago to go get Cody and was unsuccessful. Now they were able to do it, but that tells me maybe that injury wasn't as serious as maybe I tried to make it out to be, because I'm like, you got a rib injury, and then you're signing a practice squad running back?
Yeah.
Well, there's smoke, there's fire, and then you learn, well, they tried to add this guy 2-3 weeks ago, so they just like the guy.
Yeah, they
Less
like the
worrisome
guy.
about the rib injury.
They like the guy, and YouTube chat likes Masters of the Universe because Relaxor says Skeletor, a.k.a. Chris Collinsworth.
Oh, nice. That's really good. What is it? It's Ted, right? Where He-Man comes back, and they all...
No, that's Flash Gordon.
Oh, Flash Gordon. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Which is, as the old guy on the show, it's before my time. Like, when they did the Flash
Whoa.
Gordon thing, I was like, you could have brought back, like, Dolph Lundgren or something from the 80s, Ivan Drago, but then they did Flash Gordon. I'm like, I know it influenced George Lucas with Star Wars, but I'm not a Flash Gordon guy.
I did, early in my radio career, I was doing updates, not here, at another joint. And I called it the Sports Flash, and I used the Flash Gordon theme song instead of like a or whatever.
Flash.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, and then I'm just over, that kind of stuff. I thought it was very fun and unique, but probably not now that I'm saying it out loud.
Yeah.
You try stuff, and sometimes it doesn't work, Cease. But RJ Harvey, he will be available, and he will be the starting running back. With how good the Jags are, and we'll talk about this with what Sean had to say. You think he gets even close to 19 carries again this week?
No, God, no.
I don't think so either. If he gets to 15, I'll be surprised.
Hopefully he doesn't get half. But I would put the number, let's put the number between 12 and 15.
Carries.
Yes.
Just carries.
Yeah,
Okay.
just 12 to 15 carries, and hopefully he would push for then, 15 to 20 touches. Because if he gets 12 carries and 3 receptions, well, there's your 15 touches. So I'd say 12 to 15 carries, and then 15 to 20 touches. That's a proper plan for RJ Harvey, provided that there's no setback during the game. And, he's going to be a flak jacket. Hopefully there's no ball security issues, because it's going to be, his midsection is going to be a little bit different, because they'll likely have him armored up with some sort of flak jacket, and that could cause the ball to feel a little bit different, because you won't actually feel it against your body. So cover that thing up, RJ. Hang on to the rock. Ball security is not a problem with RJ Harvey. So, go forth and make sure that in this game it's not a problem for you either. But I would love to see more of a feature role, just like we did last week. And even if it is 3 yards a carry, you've got to take the chance, right? And almost with RJ Harvey, you treat it like roulette. You got to put your chips down on something. And I'm going to put my chips down on black 17, and it doesn't hit, I'm going to do it again. If it doesn't hit, I'm going to do it again. If it doesn't hit, I'm going to do it again. With RJ Harvey, I'm putting my chips on. There's a 50-yard run there. There's a 50-yarder, an explosive. Let's go 20.
Okay.
There's a 20-plus yard run there with RJ Harvey. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Slot machine. Keep hit it, hit it. Press that button. Get RJ Harvey in there. Keep trying. Keep getting that. Keep blocking it. And he'll break it eventually. And he didn't last week, so we have that as a kind of data point. But I personally believe that RJ Harvey is capable of that anytime he touches the ball.
What about Pat Bryant? Did
you just burp?
I tried to not do it, and I did, yeah. Excuse me.
I was like, either I'm hearing stuff, or don't open the burp thing. I've burped sometimes in public. I'm like, oh, I shouldn't do that.
Why, it's super loud?
Yeah.
Have you ever had a friend?
But I'm like comfortable, relaxed, and I'm just like, bleh.
Have you ever had a friend do it like crazy loud?
Yeah.
It was a lady, actually.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say her name, but she could do it like on demand.
I know a lady that can burp the alphabet.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I think it'd be weird if you did it, let alone a lady, right?
And she has certain abilities with that.
I get it, yeah.
With the throat.
With Pat Bryant, he's going to find opportunities to be on the field. How many opportunities are there to him to be involved as a pass catcher? Because we just saw, we've got a couple weeks of back-to-back double-digit targets from Courtland Sutton. I don't want that to go away. I don't think you want that to go away.
No, not at all.
Troy Franklin just got involved with that giant touchdown catch a week ago. He's been more involved over the last couple of weeks. We both still want more out of Marvin Mims and haven't got that.
Mm-hmm.
So what's now Pat Bryant being back in the mix mean for guys like Mims or Sutton being involved at the level that he is involved in?
Yeah, and it shouldn't affect Sutton at all whatsoever. 10 targets. 10 targets for Courtland Sutton.
Back weeks at 10,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. So get him those 10 targets. It works. It's productive. It's what Bo Nix needs to produce out there on the football field. And Pat Bryant's return impacts Troy Franklin. This is a fantasy tip as well, because Troy Franklin's going to go back now to 4 targets instead of 6 targets. And maybe Pat Bryant gets 6 targets and Troy Franklin gets 3 targets. And Marvin, they seem unwilling, and that's the best way I can put it. They seem unwilling to use Marvin Mims as much as possible. And by the way, since we're talking about Courtland Sutton, do you realize that the fastest recording miles per hour this year in the NFL, in the entire NFL, was Courtland Sutton?
What?
On that play on the left sideline against Green Bay.
What was the speed?
It's like 22 something.
Damn.
Yeah, most guys, and thinking he's getting that. I mean, 22 miles an hour is pushing Tyreek Hill territory. So, and it's their GPS data, so don't at me, bro. But the fastest recorded speed this year in the NFL has been Courtland Sutton. So use a bit of that. Use some of that. Pat Bryant's back. It means less Franklin, less Mims. But Mims as a runner, part of that 114, that can be Marvin Mims. And it can be Marvin Mims more than once. I like the end around. I wouldn't mind him in the backfield in a shotgun right next to Bo Nix and see what he can do that way. A little toss play to Marvin, get him in space. Speed and space kills. And Marvin Mims, he'll get you, man.
I'm looking at going back to Sutton for a second because I just want to see how many times he's had double-digit targets. It's only been 4 times this year.
I was going to guess 3.
And look at some of the numbers each time. First up was the Giants, 6 for 87. He had 10 against the Eagles, 8 for 99. And then you go to the last couple of weeks, what it's looked like versus the Packers. It's 10 targets, 7 catches for 113 yards and a touchdown. His biggest outcomes, his biggest results, 10 targets, he's flirting with 100 yards every single time he gets that 10 targets. Now, he can do it like the Chargers in week 3, 6 targets, 6 catches for 118 yards and a touchdown. That's pretty damn good too. But you really got to get Courtland going. That 10 target number, it leads to him flirting with 7, 8 catches and north of 100 yards receiving.
Yeah, that's what you want. It's great to go into each week and know that a weapon like Courtland Sutton can be there for your disposal, and you've got to use him. So keep up using him and keep up making sure that he is a dedicated part of your offense. He should be one of the key pieces. In addition to RJ Harvey, Courtland Sutton needs 10 targets. If you can make it 12, 15.
Yeah.
Awesome. He needs those targets. Double-digit targets every single week for Sutton. It's a must.
Minimum 10 targets for 14, 15 carries for RJ. We're at 25 total options here, or moments for those 2 players. I think that's more than fair, and I'm with you. I could probably go north. If the running game is popping, well, then that certainly gets north of 15 carries. See if they can do that against Jacksonville. With the Jags defense, mentioned their 18 interceptions. I went back and looked at it even more. So they have 18 interceptions. Only 5 have come since week 5 before last week when they picked off Brady Cook 3 different times.
Yeah.
So they had 5 interceptions going into last week in the last 10 weeks of football. Everything came up front. I'll go by week. 2 interceptions week 1, 3 interceptions week 2, 2 interceptions week 3, 2 interceptions week 4, 1 interception week 5. They go 6 and 7 with 0, and Matt Stafford threw 5 touchdowns on them with 0 interceptions in week 7. Geno with 1 in week 8. Davis Mills only threw 1 in week 9. Justin Herbert 1 in week 10. 0 on Jacoby Brissett. 0 on Cam Ward. And then they get the one on Riley freaking Leonard before the 3 on Brady Cook.
Yeah.
So there's a theme going on here with who they are. Yeah, they got a bunch of them. They've all come on less, not top-tier quarterbacks where Bo Nix lives right now, and a bunch of them came up front.
Yeah, a bunch of them came up front, and that's fine.
Where nobody knows what they're doing. There's no identity yet.
Right. And you can do that also when you're facing bad quarterbacks. This ain't Brady Cook this week. All right, it's Bo flipping Nix. And whether he's in MVP conversation or not, I don't care. All I know is that kid is a franchise quarterback. And if it took you this long to realize that, I'm sorry. Because he always has been that guy. He showed up as that guy. It took him about a month to get going last year as a rookie, but there's a reason why we're the Bo Show. We don't do it for a popularity contest. We do it because we know that guy can flip and play. That guy can play. And it's going to be a challenge for that Jaguars defense. And I'm sure Bo Nix will welcome that challenge. Again, if Bo Nix throws a pick or 2 in this game, nobody lose their mind. Colin Cowherd, don't talk about drafting a quarterback. Just know that he's going to be on the attack. He's never not going to be on the attack. Unless you're trying to milk away a game, like at the end of a game, fourth quarter, you got a 3-point lead and you're just handing the ball off trying to run down the clock. Yeah, that's when Bo Nix is not going to be on the attack, and that's when the ground game has to come through. But at any other time, if it's a fair game, you've got the lead, they've got the lead, Bo Nix is going to go after you. And he's not going to hesitate even if you get him.
Sean Payton said something yesterday. It kind of goes back to the Super Bowl conversation and what? He's got the 3 goals, and they've yet to accomplish any of the 3 goals. You can do some of that starting this week. But he was asked about the team turning the page, which is interesting in a winning streak, right? You always say, we lost, we're going to flush it, we don't want anything to do with it, we got beat down, we're not even going to watch the film, just flush it. He's asked about turning the page and his team being so good at it, even in the winning streak. And I assume, my interpretation of that is, all right, you just don't want someone smelling themselves a little bit. You're getting too confident, and then all of a sudden you're in a fight and your hands are down and you get KO'd in front of everybody, right? I thought that was kind of interesting. But he says something here about what can come with this team moving forward. Here he is answering that question about turning the page even in a win streak.
Look, I think there's that 24-hour rule to some degree, and it can happen. It's after a tough loss. One of the challenges in this league, I think, is a gut-wrenching loss, and then coming back in and trying to flush it and get on with the next goal. But I think it's about the leadership of the team, and I think the momentum and the understanding each week. We have this term, this is a big game. Of course, this is an important game, and there are going to be bigger ones. But I think it starts with the players and the leadership and the way they approach it.
So he's right. The players have to do that. He's got good leadership there. But you catch that there at the end? This is a big one, but there's going to be bigger ones. And I think that's something that all right, I'm not going to let you overlook anything. But I also don't want you to forget what we're chasing. It's that carrot at the end of the stick, right? We're running. It's on our forehead, and we can just get there. But you can't overlook what's right in front of you.
Okay, once in a while, you open up this portal, and I get to see the future, and you just did it again, brother.
Okay, there's
you have
demagogues
some
down there.
Magical power.
Yes.
No MK Ultra here. I hope you looked up the Montauk Project, because that's what Stranger Things is based on.
Oh, I haven't yet.
But you've opened up this portal, and I've seen the future. Because we all remember how Minnesota, and we talked about it on this show. Remember how Minnesota with Sam Darnold's like, yeah, this is great ever, and they're spraying the champagne, and they're jumping around, and Sam Darnold, oh my God. And then they go out there and get waxed in the playoffs.
I remember.
This team will wrap up the number 1 seed on Christmas. This team will wrap up the AFC West on Christmas. The Chargers will not have, they might have something to play for on Week 18, but the Broncos won't. And what happens in that club dub is a normal celebration, because they do celebrate on club dub, but they don't go over the top. Minnesota went way over the top, like that was their Super Bowl, right? Oh, my God, this is the greatest, Sam Darnold. And then Sam Darnold choked. He wet the bed in the playoffs. Bo Nix won't do that. So when this team does have some fun, and certainly on Christmas, and certainly against the Chiefs, or if you're able to secure the number 1 seed and the AFC West all in the same game, you got to beat Jacksonville first. But if you beat Jacksonville and you beat Kansas City, I personally believe the Broncos won't overdo it. Why? They've had a lot of celebrating with a lot of wins, but also Sean Payton keeps them grounded and like, this is a big game. There's a really big one in Santa Clara. That's the ultimate prize. Beating Jacksonville is a big game. That's a big win. It's a quality win. This is a quality opponent. Santa Clara is the goal. Don't take your eye off the prize. Don't pull a Minnesota where you're like, this is great. I thought of this and how, Zach will say like, hey, remember when you told me that I didn't know Broncos country? I was like, because it wasn't what? I mean, for the love of God, Mike Shanahan got fired after what, some 9-7 seasons, some 8-8 seasons.
It was literally 8-8, and they missed
his best friend owns the team. He has a lifetime contract, and he gets fired after 3 years of like 9-7. In Pittsburgh, you know what? They'd have a parade in Pittsburgh because Mike Tomlin's over 500. Everybody, they haven't been to a Super Bowl in 17 years, and they lost the one that they did. You know what I mean? So like, if you look at it, or 15 years, excuse me, that was 45. They won it in 43. But if you look at the Broncos now, they've had their eyes on the ultimate prize the entire time. Their gaze is not going to be changed because now all of a sudden they're looking somewhere else. Now all of a sudden, like, they're really focused on the Chiefs on Christmas. No. That focus, that intent, you end up in the direction you're going. The intent has always been Santa Clara.
Yeah.
So get this thing, get this win, big win, tough game, tough win. Go get it. Go win the damn thing. Make sure you secure AFC West, AFC number 1 seed, and don't overdo it on your celebrations. Because don't be Minnesota. Yeah. First off, don't be Minnesota, period.
Right.
But don't be Minnesota in terms of like, we're totally celebrating everything. This is the best ever, guys. We're the best. No, you're not. This league will humble you.
And I think it's something that we touched on a little bit yesterday. You go win your division. You knock the Chiefs off for the first time in a decade. You get the number 1 seed in the NFL. You got home field advantage through the postseason, and you're the top seed. And then you flame out. There's going to be a lot of folks that didn't believe up until, maybe 4 weeks ago or just a couple days ago when they beat Green Bay that go, man, they got me. They got me because I was right the whole time, and I let them trick me into believing that they were the real deal. I don't want to deal with that BS. Sean doesn't want to deal with that BS, and I know Bo doesn't want to deal with that BS. So you're still proving yourself throughout the rest of this regular season, and then the real test actually starts come, they might not play January 10th, January 17th, when the divisional round actually gets going.
Yeah, and that's when you're going to be ready. You're ready for your best football. This team is peaking at the right time. You can't have that derailed by a bad performance or bad execution against Jacksonville. What's so funny?
I'm reading celebrity inactions on the text line.
Okay.
So people have some celebrity
I got one from Mike Evans here. Daniel says, local sports personality Mike Evans was very nice to me, but he was in my way.
Oh, wow.
I'm a window cleaner.
Oh, okay. Mike's always a nice guy. I can never see Mike being mean to someone. I don't know if I've ever seen Mike mad.
It's almost impossible for Mike Evans to be mad.
Yeah. You've known him a little longer than I have. Have you seen him mad?
Never.
Yeah, like him pissed would be an interesting sight to see.
I kind of want to see it.
Yeah, that would be fun. He's one of those guys like you never see mad, and then he gets mad, and you're like, oh, my gosh.
No.
Get out of his way.
Right.
That'd be interesting.
You never know.
Well, this is a text.
You could tell from that giant forehead, it'd start turning red. You'd be like, I know he's mad. He's upset.
Yeah, that's right. From Dave. Dave says, I was at the Spider Club in L.A. It was about 15 years ago.
Okay.
I'm taking a leak in the bathroom. In walks a super drunk dude who proceeds to do the firehouse pee next to me. I don't even know what that means. He's holding his hand up on the wall for balance. I look over. It's Bruce Willis. I'm laughing my butt off, then proceed to slowly wash my hands for a minute, laughing with the bathroom attendant that Bruce Willis is so drunk. Door opens. A girl starts screaming at him. He then goes into the big stall and tells her to come in, which she does. I leave the bathroom. A few seconds later, a huge bathroom attendant comes outside, blocks the door. Several minutes later, out comes Bruce. A couple minutes after that, out comes the girl following him from the bathroom. So Bruce Willis kind of getting to do whatever he wants there.
He's putting his business out in the streets.
In the club bathroom right there.
Okay.
I think when you're Bruce Willis, you probably have a little bit of that pool. I mean, I've seen that with a random dude at Lodo's downtown back in the day when it was still around. And I'm like, oh, look, there's 4 feet in the bathroom. I'm like, guys,
Come
there's
over
4
here.
feet in there. Look.
Start banging on the stall door.
And get like a giant spit wad and bomb them over the top. You know what I mean?
Leave them alone. They're trying to have some fun.
We got another
Messing
one.
up some guy's sexy time. Come on, man.
A Don King interaction.
Don King?
In the late 80s, my wife, Christine, was a flight attendant. One day saw Don King in a full-length mink with a beautiful woman on his arm. Christine says, can I get your autograph? My fiance loves you. Don King looks her up and down. Do you even know who I am? Wife, you're a wrestling guy. Don, close, boxing. When Christine returned from her trip, she handed me an American Airlines cocktail napkin that said, Ken, good luck with this one. Signed, Don King.
That's cool.
That's a pretty cool moment. Do you still have the napkin? What do you do, like frame a napkin or something?
Right. Do you ever get something that you're kind of like, I got a towel from John Starks. I've told the story before at a Nuggets game, and I didn't have to take it from any kid or whatever.
You're not eating cotton candy on the Jumbotron like that commercial?
I think I had the towel in like my toolbox when I was a machinist. And then one day I think I was greasy because I'm a machinist, and I was just like, it's John Stark's towel. Who gives a crap? I'm going to wipe my hands on it. So it's I thought it was weird after a while. I was like, it's so cool. And then I'm like, it's just a guy's sweat. Some stinky towel. It didn't even have like a Nix logo on it. It was just a towel.
Just a white towel?
Yeah, just a towel.
So it could be anybody's gross sweat.
Exactly. And then no, it's John Starks, I swear.
I dated a girl once. We went to go see T.I., and she was in love with T.I.
Okay.
And he threw a towel that he was just wiping sweat off. And
Yeah.
she thought it was, and I'm like, you're going to bring that home? You're going to put it in your room? What are you going to do with it? That's disgusting.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what she did.
All of our significant others, lady, they can have celebrity crushes. Just don't take it too far.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's exactly right.
She didn't call you T.I. at any moment, did she?
Not that I'm aware of.
You ever been called the wrong name?
I don't know. I don't think so. I probably would remember. So probably not.
Okay.
You? You
no,
ever called the wrong name?
No. I know somebody that was. I'm not going to put his business in the streets, Little John. But I was like, how did you handle that? And he's like, I just kind of finished what I was doing.
Yeah. This is good, too. My boy Wes, who I hoop with, said he saw Todd Helton at a gas station. I saw Todd Helton at Red Lobster once. No one recognized him. And
It's
I go
so weird.
And I'm like, dude, you're Todd Helton. And he's like, yeah, leave me alone. No one knows who I am here. I'm trying to have dinner with my wife. And I was like, oh, yeah, my bad. I worked there. I worked at Red Lobster.
Oh, okay. And I was going to say, like, when you see those celebrities in public, just leave them alone. You know what I mean? Mainly. Or give them the what's up, dude. Do like me with Alyssa Milano, like, what's up, girl?
Yeah, you're too cool for school.
Exactly, yeah. Even though I look like a tool bag.
All right, keep them coming. That's a fun little theme through the day. Your weird, awkward celebrity interactions. We'll catch up with those after we have our weekly conversation with our Broncos insider, Mike Klis, coming up next.
Are the Denver Broncos looking down at the rest of the NFL?
This is the best team in football. There is no question. These guys are playing at an incredibly high level, and they are peaking at the right time.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game and the go-to spot for football season with wall-to-wall TVs, hearty eats, ice-cold drinks, and of course, those scenic views. It's a full-on experience whether you're catching college or pro games this season. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
What's going on, everybody? Philip Lindsay here. And last year, I went a little rogue and dropped a discount code from our friends at Hermes Worldwide. And you guys used it so much, they almost got mad at me. Well, I'm feeling a little spicy again this season. So I'm bringing it back, baby. You can get 30% off your ride to the game with Hermes Worldwide for your entire season. All you have to do is mention the code PL30. Again, mention PL30 when you book your luxury transportation to Empower Field. And contact Hermes Worldwide at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports. Go Broncos!
Men, it's the holidays, the season of all kinds of hustle and bustle. But if your energy is down, if you aren't sleeping well, if your sex drive is MIA, and you just don't feel like the guy you once were, maybe it's tough to get excited for all the holiday cheer. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if this sounds like you may have low testosterone. And if so, this is the season for you to get treated. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating low T. If you're like most guys, you'll feel the change in just a few weeks. And truly, the results can be life-changing. You'll have improved mental clarity, your energy will kick up, Your workouts will be better, your sleep patterns will improve, and your sex drive will likely heat up as well. So call us and don't go through another season with low T. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. That's RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly, near and far, without any glasses, thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
With Steel, batteries are included. This holiday season, give a gift that's ready to go right out of the box. For everything from cleaning up the yard to cutting up firewood, Steel tools check off the wish list and knock out the to-do list. And right now, buy select battery tool sets and get a free extra battery. Visit SteelUSA.com for holiday deals and gift ideas. Happy holidays from Steel. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. I think I'm some kind of football prophet.
Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Do you own a small business? You need to hear this. A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure. Not kind of sure, not pretty sure, but super sure. Coming soon.
You're listening to Dover and Cecil on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Oh, yeah. Thursday's Green Day. That means one thing. We're talking to our Broncos insider. He's from 9 News. You know him. You love him. And he's presented by Fitness Gallery. He is Mike Klis.
He is our guy.
He's
we
our
love
guy.
him.
1/3 of the chain gang. Shout out. And Mike, we always want to jump right into this thing. We've talked about it throughout the show today. Good news on the Broncos injury report with a couple key players in RJ Harvey and Pat Bryant being back. So that should mean no worries about their game status for Sunday, correct?
That's correct. Full participant. They're good. Harvey, I think just a little discomfort with about 6 minutes to go, landed wrong or something like that. I think they had the game in hand. They were just trying to run out the clock, so they let him rest. So he's good. And Sean Payton said last week that Pat Bryant could have played had it been a playoff game. They just wanted to give him one extra week. So all good there. Justin Strnad, unable. Not anticipating him playing this week. He had that. You saw him hobble off with that ankle.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he misses a couple weeks.
Would you be surprised if Bo is inconsistent this week? Because we've had 4 games of consistent Bo, now with more touchdowns based on that Green Bay game. Don't you just kind of assume, Mike, that trend will continue? He's been really comfortable for over a month now.
Yeah, I'm not too good about predicting future performances. I'm real good about critiquing past performances.
Okay.
But if I was good about predicting the future, man, I'd still be on this show. But
you'd be richer though.
I might be on this show from Aspen or something, you know.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, but I have no idea how Bo's going to play. I know he's turned the corner. I think he's got some confidence going. He's throwing off schedule. The biggest thing is he's throwing off schedule with accuracy. You know, he doesn't always do that, but he's throwing sidearm. You know, he's throwing through his while moving to his left and right. He's just and he's been throwing when he gets set up in the pocket. He's been throwing some líneas, and so I'm not sure what clicked. I think what clicked was everybody was giving him a hard time. You know, all the social media quarterback experts were giving him a hard time, and he responded. So I do think this is going to be a tough game, though. Jacksonville has given the Broncos fits historically, and so and they're a good team. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a tough one for the Broncos.
Talk with our buddy Mike Klis ahead of Jags and Broncos Sunday on Fox at 2:05. That team has changed over the last few weeks, and it's changed a lot since the arrival of Jacoby Myers. Mike, are you a believer in Trevor Lawrence now because of Jacoby, or is there still some things that young quarterback has to prove before he's looked at, as kind of what he was early on, one of the better quarterbacks in the league?
Well, I always liked Trevor Lawrence. I liked him since his freshman year at Clemson. I thought, man, this guy's a can't-miss guy.
Yeah.
And then he started missing. He wasn't playing well. He wasn't reading. He was throwing too many picks. Turnovers were definitely a big problem. The talent was always there, but he was making some bad decisions. He's got a real good coach now, Liam Cohen. Mike Vrabel, I think, should win Coach of the Year, but Ben Johnson should win Coach of the Year, and Liam Cohen should win Coach of the Year. They got three excellent first-year candidates. Cohen comes from the Sean McVay tree, and that offense has suited a lot of quarterbacks. It suited, Matthew Stafford late in his career took a big jump going with that offense, and so that's what's happening with Lawrence. And but I want to see it for myself on Sunday against the Denver defense. I know he's hot right now, coming off of Jets. I'm not downgrading that because Bo didn't look good against the Jets. Jets are still capable, although that was Bo played the Jets when they had Quinnen Williams. That's a big difference. I guess on the road, can Trevor Lawrence do it? In a hostile environment, can Trevor Lawrence do it? I wouldn't be surprised if he does play well. There's a guy as good as Bo played last week. He wasn't the player of the week. It was Trevor Lawrence, which shows you how good he was.
Right. Yep. We'll see what happens there. What happens with Evan Ingram? I don't think it's a revenge game. I don't think he has that on his mind. I don't think that's part of his persona of like, I'm getting revenge. But I personally, Mike, would like to see more Evan Ingram. Can you make that happen for me?
Well, they talked about, Sean Payton talked a lot about the zone that Jacksonville plays on defense. And if they do play a lot of zone, then yes, I think you will see more Evan Ingram. He's the type that kind of sits in the soft spots.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 40 catches a year, 9 straight years. He knows how to find the soft spots in the zone. So yeah, I think this has got a chance to be an Evan Ingram game and an RJ Harvey game out of the backfield also. What was it a couple weeks ago against Washington? It was that type of game. So very much could be.
Mike, before we dive in, kind of winter question things with what goes on Sunday, real quick, and maybe I've missed it, but have they got an update on Brandon Jones? I know that was seeking a second opinion, trying to avoid surgery. What's the latest there?
Yeah, I don't know the latest other than, I don't think it's too promising.
Yeah. If you're seeking a second opinion, usually isn't, right?
Yeah, for coming back. If he doesn't have the surgery, I think he's got a chance, possibly, AFC championship game on, maybe Super Bowl on. not before that. And from what I understand, I think surgery might be the wisest choice, but this is a different situation. They're almost there. He's almost there. He went so far with the team. I think he's going to maybe try to gut it out, even if medically he should probably have the surgery. But he might try other alternatives just because of how far this team can go.
All right, and last one here. How do you see this thing going? Really, I want to ask you kind of what, like from a Broncos country's perspective here. You can win, you can get some help, and accomplish everything that Sean wants to accomplish. Or you can win and then win against next week in Kansas City, beat the Chiefs, and accomplish everything.
On Christmas.
What's the better Christmas gift? Getting it that night or getting it out of the way and accomplishing everything this weekend?
I would say Christmas night is the best scenario because, you're going to be facing those you're going to be facing the bye week blues, and anything you can do to minimize that going to the playoffs. Remember, the two worst defeats in Broncos history came off of first-round playoff byes. The 1996 team, when they lost to Jacksonville, and the 2012 team, when they lost to Baltimore.
Yeah.
To me, those were the two most devastating defeats in Broncos history. I believe in the bye week blues. I've seen it too often where teams just don't have it coming out of there. And it's like I've been saying all along, careful about, this number one seed. I'm not so sure the number 2 seed isn't better. And but the 1 seed's now there. The Broncos could go 1-2 and get the 1 seed. So you don't want them to go that bad down the stretch. You might as well get it. And then Sean Payton will have to figure out how to keep them sharp.
All right. Well, it'd be great Christmas night if that was what goes down. He's Mike Klis. He's at Mike Klis 9 News on Twitter. You can follow him there. Read him at 9news.com/sports and hear him here every single Thursday. Always appreciate your time, Mike. Keep up the great work, and we'll talk again soon.
All right. See you guys.
There he is, Mike Klis, our 9 News Broncos insider, presented by Fitness Gallery. They sell the world's finest fitness equipment. All right, want to react to a couple things Mike had to say. 12:45 is right around the corner. Means you can start to ask Cecil some fantasy questions about your fantasy playoffs and hopefully a chance to win your league. Send those to the RamosLaw.com text line at 303-713-1043. Same deal over on the Denver Sports YouTube. We'll answer as many of those as we can and react to what we just learned from Mike Klis coming up next.
Still don't believe in the Denver Broncos? Mike Evans has a message for you.
If you're a Bo cynic or if you're a Sean cynic, get on board. Get on board the train because it's leaving. We're not even through year 2. Buckle up because this is going to be fun.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first, on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home for you so you attract the right buyers. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? cashback. If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code POWER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
I know some people think after a car accident, do I really need a lawyer? Hiring Postman Law isn't only about the courtroom. We're your single point of contact in a complicated claims process. We take on the insurance adjusters, organize your medical bills, coordinate with doctors, and make sure nothing gets missed. Get the outcome you deserve without the headache. Call 844-POSTMAN. When other firms promise, Postman delivers.
Call 844-POSTMAN. Attorney Advertising.
For many of us, it's happened before. Your hair is thinning, crowns disappearing. Maybe the hair loss has you feeling your identity is lost altogether. The solution that worked for me, it's an incredible yet simple one-day treatment that starts growing your own natural hair the very next day. And it's guaranteed to grow for life. It's the Advanced FUE from Advanced Hair. We've all seen the pills and lotions that come with monthly subscriptions. They help retain what you have, but what if you want your own natural hair permanently in specific areas? From Advanced Hair's state-of-the-art facilities to world-class Dr. Tanya Paul's, it's not maybe your hair will regrow, it's guaranteed that your new hair will grow. You decide how much, how thick, and where. It's why Advanced Hair is the winner of Westward's Best of Denver. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts, call 720-459-HAIR. That's 720-459-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Hi, I'm Lexi, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. We'll help you find last-minute gifts that don't look last-minute, even if you're still planning to propose. At Shane Company, we'll show you perfect gifts at perfect prices, in stock and ready to give. Like hand-matched diamond studs, 14-karat gold chains, or the ultimate gift, a beautiful engagement ring. We have longer store hours, so you can skip the crowds and shop when you want, or visit us at shaneco.com. Because a friend wants you to be a holiday hero. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider, Mike Klis. Presented by Fitness Gallery. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. It's Dover and Cecil on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
And we got a lot to talk about. Your fantasy questions coming up. Make sure to hit up the RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043 with those fantasy questions. Week 2 of the fantasy playoffs. And we got to talk some college football playoff action because they had this on McAfee earlier, Dover. We talked about it, and I sent the picture to the group chat. Average resale price for each of the first-round tickets. Would you believe that Miami, Texas A&M is $745?
Oh, that was the game.
Yeah, $745. Now, Alabama, Oklahoma is $453.
Wow.
Then we have Tulane and Ole Miss at $433, and then we have JMU and Oregon at $304.
Damn.
But even to see Oregon just, what's that going to be, like 70-3?
Yeah,
whatever?
yeah.
$300? $300. And then Miami, Hurricanes, Aggies, $745.
That's crazy.
One ticket. Are these, and you experienced the Big Ten Championship, memories that, will last forever and ever and ever.
It was not cheap.
Would you have paid $745?
No. No, I wouldn't have. I was like, maybe
wait a second, you thought about it.
Just because now I know what it was like. Like, I have the experience to draw off of not knowing.
And they won.
Yeah, that's another thing. I still paid north of $400 per ticket.
Per ticket?
Per ticket. And it was me and the lady.
Mr. Moneybags over there.
Well, why do you think I'm getting a second job? It was, but you do pay for the experience. Close to $1,000. To me, that's got to be If I'm dropping that much money for
that's
a
the title game.
It's
That's
the title
everything.
game.
Yeah,
It's the championship.
Mhm.
And then you have the risk of what you just said. Then you drop that dough and your team loses and you hate the experience and the memory and you're broke as a joke. That just sounds terrifying.
It's like Broncos fans that went to Super Bowl 48.
Yeah.
Like, you had to pay for New York City.
Mhm.
You had to go watch that crappy game, and you paid a bunch of money for it. Sorry.
Yeah.
So, yeah, those college football ticket prices came out. I was like, oh,
And it's
that's
like, do you go home early? If you're a Broncos fan at 48, do you leave the game after how much money you've spent? Or do you just sit there and watch Seahawks fans
and just
celebrate?
be miserable?
I'd probably
wearing your
bounce.
Broncos gear? Like, yeah, it's probably time to leave. And I would say, yeah, go enjoy New York City, but they play in New Jersey. So go enjoy New Jersey.
Yeah, there's like 3 spots.
Yeah, go to those 3 spots then
Yeah.
and leave Super Bowl 48. But yeah, these average resale prices for first round tickets are a little interesting, in my opinion.
That's what I would have done. I would have gone to Seaside Tony's and I would have, I would have, or Steaks Unlimited, and I would have got myself 5 Seaside Tony's and ate my feelings until it was my flight. That's what I would have done.
Okay, and then you wouldn't have been wearing your robe because you'd looked at
Yeah.
yourself and been disgusted.
Yeah, that's exactly
so
right.
basically what you're saying is the Alabama-Oklahoma ticket isn't exorbitant then. $453 if you paid that for Big Ten Championship.
Not
Indiana,
really.
Ohio State.
Yeah.
Is that just what it's going to be?
Well, and they were cheaper. I'm an idiot, and I waited forever, and I had to get them on the secondary market. My uncle sat in the same section,
Yeah.
a couple rows in front of us,
Yeah.
and paid less than that.
But he got in early.
He got in and bought like tickets from the, Lucas Oil or whatever it was.
Oh, okay.
And it was $260 or something like that per
Did
ticket.
you
but
not
he was buying
believe?
like 12.
Oh.
No, he didn't tell us he was going until 2 weeks before.
He should have kicked in that
Yeah,
extra 200
yeah.
then.
We didn't get the invite until it was too late.
Okay.
What's the most you would pay?
Jeez.
We're also spoiled because we get to go. And
Sure,
it's
sure,
work
sure.
and it's-
For a Super Bowl, it'd probably be, and by the way, this wouldn't get you the ticket, but I'd be like, oh, $1,000.
One of our texters just said, I got one ticket for Super Bowl 50, $1,500. One ticket cost him $15.
Okay, Kev, you were at Super Bowl 50 as a young shaver, 18-year-old. You didn't even have a beard. You have such a baby face.
I do not have the beard yet.
Yeah, you don't shave.
I will never
You'll
shave.
have the baby face again. Do you care to share how much your tickets were?
Face value, we were in the 500s. We were way up top.
That's with the real people.
Face value was $1,000 for Super Bowl 50.
I think that's about right.
$1,500 was, I believe, I had some other people had $1,400 tickets. They were kind of in the corner section, in
Okay.
the lower section,
okay,
in the corner. So
worth it.
$1,000 was worth it.
Yeah.
A Super Bowl 50. Yeah.
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 If your team wins, I
Then
don't know
it's
that
all
there's
worth
any,
it.
the money
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
And it's not just your team, it's the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many people could say they've been to a Super Bowl?
Right, it's the ultimate.
Have you
Yeah.
ever gone? We just go for the weeks. I've never gone to the game. I've only gone to one. but it was
Everyone
just
I've gone to, I've gone to the game.
Oh, really?
Because usually behind the curtain, like they give us one credential and you sit in the auxiliary press box, which is fine. I'm there. But yeah, so I've been to 4 or 5 Super Bowls.
Okay.
I feel very blessed. I was at the damn Patriots-Falcons one. Some guy from the BBC was sitting next to me.
The
so he had-
28-3 one?
Yeah, yeah. So he had the accent and everything. Julio Jones catches that pass. They're inside the red zone. And I look at him because I wanted to be in the winning locker room. And I look at the BBC guy because I was teaching him football because I'm a football expert.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at the London British guy with the bad teeth, and I'm like, this thing's over.
Yeah, yeah.
I go down to the Falcons locker room. I watch the rest of the Super Bowl from the Falcons area, and they lose.
Ooh.
I quickly had to go over to the New England side.
Yeah, that's tough. When I was in Arizona for the Super Bowl, your badge, like, you'd scan it on something and it would flash green. You could go. It'd flash red. You have to explain yourself. And we wanted to go to the arena in Glendale, Arizona, where they were actually planning to do like digital stuff, social media videos. And Alan Roach, the voice of God, was there.
Love
And
him.
Jesse Trujillo I was there with him. And
He's the man.
we're like, hey, we want to get in. Our thing beeps red, but no one like turned to us. So we just went like, hey, they didn't know it turned red. Let's just go before they find out and we'll go. And we're trying to get on the field and everybody's telling us no. And then we'd run into Alan Roach. Like, oh, it's one of our guys. And we're like, Roach, we're trying to get on the field to do a video for social media. Can we just follow you to it? And then without missing a beat, Alan Roach with his voice turns like, no, I would never do that for you two. Oh my God.
Sorry,
I respect
Roach.
the honesty.
Sorry,
but
Roach.
yeah, and then he walks through with his clearance, and we didn't get it.
Yeah.
By the way, the texter that's paid $1,500, section 229, row 16. They showed us their ticket. Look, they got it framed and everything.
Ah, that's cool.
Which is pretty badass.
That's cool. And as the old guy on the show, I will tell you, spend your money on experiences, not on things.
Yeah.
You know, because you'll have those. Kev has a lifetime full of memories.
Yeah.
He's 18. His team won the Super Bowl with his favorite quarterback of all time.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that's something, man.
Someone wrote, thanks for reminding me about Super Bowl 48. Not to mention beers were $18. Oh, man.
Yeah, 48 was a
tough.
bad experience for everybody.
You got to talk to Will Peterson. He went too and shelled out some dough to get there and then hated every minute of it.
Yeah.
That stinks. All right, we got a couple quick seconds for fantasy questions.
Yo!
We got a tight end question.
Okay.
Schultz or Warren this week?
Yeah, and the thing is you've got Monday Night Punch because it is Monday Night Football with Tyler Warren, and I kind of like having that in your back pocket of just like, hey, it's against the 49ers. If he does anything, then I'll get it done. You've got Schultz against the Raiders. Well, are the Texans going to just jump out and then run the ball all day? You know what I mean? And do they really have to put the foot on the gas? I personally believe the Colts are going to have to put the foot on the gas. I love the Monday Night Punch in the fantasy playoffs. It's basically the guarantee on the box and Tommy Boy. Because Sunday you can be getting your ass kicked and be like, I got Tyler Warren
Still
Monday,
there,
man.
yeah.
I need 50 points from Tyler Warren. I think you could do it, bro. So give me Tyler Warren because the Texans, I mean, Schultz might have 3 touchdowns, but they also might not have to do anything because the Raiders just suck. And they've laid down. The kind of good/bad thing is in the NFL, I can tell you the teams that have laid down already. And the Raiders have laid down. So, yeah, I go the other way. I go with Warren in a game where the Colts are fighting, the 49ers are fighting. It's Monday night. It's perfect.
One more. Will in Littleton asked Stafford or Lamar Jackson. Keep in mind, Stafford might not be having Devontae Adams to throw to. He was officially listed as doubtful for tonight's game.
Yeah, and that's tonight against Seattle. I have Stafford actually as a QB2.
Okay.
I have Jackson as a QB1. There is 3 points difference in projections. So I prefer Lamar Jackson. That is Sunday night against the Patriots. And we're all Ravens fans this week because knocking down New England again. I know they lost last week, but just have them lose again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll let them lose again. It's fine.
Yeah, another loss wouldn't hurt anybody, would it?
Great.
Absolutely. I'm there for all those losses. All right, we'll get to some more fantasy questions a little later if time allows it. We will go to our fourth hour, our fourth quarter, taking a quick Broncos break to head west on Highway 36. Got to talk about what's going on up in Boulder. Deion Sanders losing players to the transfer portal on Wednesday. What does that mean for the Buffs? Is he losing his appeal? Is it about CU not having any money? Let's answer those questions next.
With his performance against the Packers, did Bo Nix officially silence his critics?
I saw the finishing touches of what I needed to see. It wasn't about one throw or one drive. It was the collective over the course of 60 minutes. The Denver Broncos have found their franchise quarterback.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
How is it you make all that money and you still can't buy a home? It's because you went to an outdated lender. Don't do that. What's up, everybody? It's Cecil. And at cakehome.com, they look at real income like your bank deposits or certified profit and loss, not just tax returns. Helping people like you get approved. Or maybe you're looking to buy a rental property. Well, Cake has you covered too. Programs qualify you using rental income, often even when rent falls short of the mortgage. Does it sound too good to be true? Well, it's not. With your good credit and cash for a down payment, Cake can make your dream a reality, but you have to call now before these low rates and programs go bye-bye. Call 888-EAT-CAKE. Again, that's 888-EAT-CAKE or visit cakehome.com right now. Cake Mortgage Corp, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 1734623. Licensed in Colorado by the Division of Real Estate. Terms and conditions apply based on approved credit.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Or are they promising you up to 10% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. If you have a plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Call Trajan today, 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Annuities not advisory products. DBA Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
When the new year hits, every business could use a little something to stay ahead. A lift, a jump start, an edge, or perhaps a boost. Like the all-new 5-year business boost from Comcast Business. It's the certainty of a price lock for 5 years on qualifying internet bundles. Plus, you'll have the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment, so your whole team can stay connected at a great rate. And to sweeten the deal, ask about a $500 prepaid card when you add 2 lines of mobile. It's the boost your business deserves. So sign up for the 5-year business boost and get a 5-year price lock on ultra-reliable Wi-Fi. Plus, ask about a $500 prepaid card. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 2/22/26. New customers only. 1-year contract required for guaranteed rate. 5-year pricing applies to monthly service charge excluding taxes and fees. Best Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
Men, it's the holidays, a time of love and joy. But if you suffer from erectile dysfunction, the season can be tough on you. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you and your partner are experiencing struggles because of ED, change it up this year. Give the best gift you can give to the one you love by treating your ED and restoring your relationship. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating ED, and as a Promenic restorative health practice, we've literally seen countless thousands of relationships renewed across the nation. Plus, with treatments having success rates well over 90%, coupled with many treatment options, we can likely find the right one for you. You may even find you're performing like you haven't in years. So call us and give your partner the best gift you can give this season, a renewed, restored relationship. Your first visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in our office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Roller Auctions.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents
with some crosstalk between the drive. The drive comes in at 2. Those guys get you home. Denver Sports Tonight will get you second shifters home. We're live. We're local. We're talking all things Denver sports from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. every single day, and we appreciate you guys being here with us. I want to talk about a few things happening up in Boulder, and we'll do that in just a couple of seconds. Before we do, I want to remind you guys again that we're in our final week of our Denver Sports Equipment Drive. It benefits Recruiting Classroom. Our friends at the Blue Sports Stable in Superior are currently taking donations of gently used or new, if you can, sports equipment. Most needed items include volleyballs, soccer balls, footballs, and baseball bats. For drop-off locations and a full list of needed items, get over to DenverSports.com/equipment. It's DenverSports.com/equipment. You guys have been crushing it. Let's finish strong here today and tomorrow. We gave a shout-out to Deb, who we saw earlier coming in, or yesterday, but we gave a shout out earlier for coming in to donate some football pads to a great cause. So if you can help out with old stuff or, new stuff, if you can swing that, well, it will certainly go to really, really good use. All right, Cecil, I want to talk about 2 things that have happened up in Boulder here. They're starting to lose some folks via the transfer portal, and yesterday the 2 headlines were starting safety and starting wide receiver. And the safety, of course, Byron means a lot because he's been really good in 2 seasons, 140 tackles, 16 and a half of those tackles for loss, 2.5 sacks even from the safety position, couple forced fumbles, and a couple of interceptions. But he gone, doesn't want to be a part of Colorado anymore. Neither does wide receiver and star player Omarion Miller. He has entered the transfer portal. The 6'2", 210-pound pass catcher had 45 catches a year ago for 808 yards and 8 touchdowns. He's got 1 year of eligibility left, but it will not be in the black and gold. He gone as well. Cecil, this is, now look, can they be replaced? Well, TBD. Prime has shown us he's been able to do that in the past, but to me, this says a couple of things. One, they might not have any dough right now. They're still trying to catch up from a $27 million deficit from a year ago. Or two, folks are kind of getting sick of the nonsense that Deion spews in. When they're not winning, you can really see through some of that bull junk, as he calls
There's
it.
a third option that doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you want to go there.
Yeah, please.
Did Deion tell him to leave?
I hope not.
Why would Deion tell 2 of his best players, one on each side of the ball, to leave?
I hope not.
I hope not as well. By the way, there's another one. It just came out within the hour. I'm looking at Buff Stampede, our friends like Adam.
Yeah.
Colorado defensive lineman Brandon Davis Swain announces intention to enter the transfer portal.
See, something's going on.
It's a mass exodus, everybody,
Something's
and
going
that
on.
to me leans towards perhaps money. This is a different world of college football, but it also leans to whatever Deion was selling, kids aren't buying anymore.
There you go.
Or they showed up and they bought it, and then they have buyer's remorse. Is there some buyer's remorse up there from those recruits and those transfer portal players for the Colorado Buffaloes? That could be the case because you're not winning. You've got hype. You've got all sort of promotion. You've got rappers on the sidelines. You don't have wins. And at the end of the day, these kids want to go out there. They want to play. They want to feature themselves on the field so they can get a pro contract. And they want to win. Winning brings the eyeballs. Winning brings the draft picks. And the Colorado Buffaloes aren't doing that. In fact, they're back to pre-Deion ways of like, oh, it's bad and it's really bad. And now you're seeing kind of a mass exodus from these transfer portal players.
I wonder, too, like, well, he doesn't do a lot of recruiting, but, like, the portal stuff, there's still, I know you're a college person and you're technically in the eyes of the government an adult, but I mean, hell, I'm 41. I still call my dad and ask questions. You know what I mean? Like, there's probably an element of your parents being involved of where you're going, where you're going to end up.
Perhaps, yeah.
And I wonder how many of those parents are going, so he told you all of this, and then we watched none of that happen. Get away from them. You don't need to be a part of that anymore. You know what I mean? And not all of that is on Deion. There's other elements that go into why the season looked the way that it went. But when you got HC next to your name and a $10 million tab next to you, you're going to get the credit, and you're certainly going to get the blame when it goes wrong. And here we are, blaming Deion Sanders.
Yeah, blaming Deion Sanders and still having the questions about can they get back on the winning track, and how is Julian Lewis going to do that this next year if they lose these players to the transfer portal as they're losing, and then look over, and again, Buff Stampede has a list of positions that are needed.
Oh, God.
It's all of them, essentially.
Everything but not quarterback
and it's
left
all
tackle.
Important ones that we saw work last year at the corner position. You know, the corner group was supposed to be one of the strongest parts of their team a year ago, and it wasn't.
The guy is Deion Sanders, and he can't get cornerbacks?
Exactly. Linebacker position, you're going to need help there. Now, defensive linemen leaving as well in this situation. So if you're Colorado, you've got an exodus, a mass exodus of talent. I need to see who's coming in to replace these players before I have like a true solid opinion. But I'll tell you right now, it doesn't look good, and it certainly doesn't feel good as a Buffs fan.
I'll ask you this. I'll answer, you answer. Let's get the tribe's answers as well on the text line and YouTube. What's attractive about CU right now? When Deion, he doesn't recruit, when he's FaceTiming somebody from his ranch in Texas, what's his pitch? Him? Is it still, hey, I'm here. You wanna mess with me? I'm here. This is why you come to CU. Because that's not going to be good enough with the record that he has right now, even being prime. Because I think about this too. We're in our 40s and our 50s. Deion's different to us than what he is to an 18-year-old or a 20-year-old.
Right.
So that I'm here, I don't know how far that goes right now.
It's almost back to our He-Man conversation.
Yeah,
like there's a certain
right.
a kid's going to remember Deion for on TV, They're going to remember Deion for being the Colorado coach. They're obviously not going to remember Deion as a player because they weren't alive when he was a player. So I look at it and go, what's the pitch, right? What's the pitch? Pitch meeting with Deion Sanders. It's still him.
Yeah.
It's still him.
Someone wrote he can offer him a cool gold necklace.
Sunglasses, right? Sunglasses.
Yeah, free
hey,
benders or blenders, whatever.
Benders. Go on a bender with the blenders. Like, yeah, you've got free sunglasses, maybe free. And
he's like, you guys get a team discount. That's it, team discount.
Enter the code Deion, and you get 15% off. But you have the campus, you have the stadium, you have the pride and tradition, you have the colors. Black and gold is the best. Like, there's a lot of things, but they're kind of more, I guess the proper term would be mid, of like, okay, it's got to be more than that. In today's world of college football, it's got to be more than that. For years and years and years, Oregon had the costume contest.
They were real good at it.
Come to Oregon, and you're going to have a bunch of jerseys, and you're going to look cool, and Nike and all that. Now they're winning. What's more impactful? What Dan Lanning is doing as a coach and winning, or all the colors and the uniforms and the jerseys and the costume contests that you win every year?
Winning cures all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Deion's
winning
not
is
winning.
everything.
Deion's not known as a winner. And in college football, the best of the best, where you're transferring from Alabama like Jaheim Otis now reports saying he's getting out of here. He was just here, didn't play as much, was hurt a little bit. But that's an Alabama kid that comes here, takes a chance on Deion, and then realizes, oh, you're not worth my time anymore. I'm going to go somewhere else. And that's a guy that barely played.
Mm-hmm. It's worrisome up in Boulder. That's the word.
Very
I'm gonna
much so.
use.
Very much
Worrisome.
so. You can cure everything by winning. I just don't see 2026 as that year that you do that. You're basically trying to build for 2027, and it would be better if you did that with a really strong recruiting class of high schoolers so they could get ready and you develop them so they're ready in 2027 to do more.
Let me ask you this. Let's forget for a second that his name's Deion Sanders.
Okay, I personally I don't like the
going.
Coach Prime thing, but whatever.
Okay. A coach gets paid $10 million and you don't know his name.
Okay.
He gets paid $10 million over the course of 2 seasons.
Okay, must be pretty good.
So $20 million collectively over 2 years.
Yes.
And they don't go to even a bowl game. What happens to that coach?
He gets fired.
That's exactly right. Now the coach's name is Deion Sanders. What happens to that coach? He doesn't get fired.
Well, and here's the other thing. Look at how the Penn State job affected all of the hiring process. Look at how this Michigan job is going to affect all the it's not like you have to go to Deion and be like, you're going to stay, right? You know what I mean?
Please.
Because the Wolverines would have zero interest in Deion Sanders. And that's real college football. Sorry to Boulder get offended as you like, but that's real college football.
You really think they would?
You witnessed. No, they wouldn't.
Oh, they wouldn't.
That's my point. They would not.
Yes, you're right.
Especially with that price tag, that inflated price tag. You're overpaying for a guy that's not getting it done. Period. And I love Deion, but that's just the nature of what's going on there. And, college football is being affected by these job openings, and it'll have nothing to do with anything because no one would be interested in Deion, regardless of the price tag. And that tells you everything. For the real college football out there, it's just you're seen as small time. You're not paying small time money. You're getting small time results, though.
That's 100% right. We'll see if it gets better. We're all rooting for it to get better. It'd be great to have Prime bounce back, Jim Mora take the Rams to a better spot, but man, it's not looking good up there in Boulder as of yesterday, thanks to the transfer portal. All right, back to the Broncos. Sean Payton, he's shown patience with the running game since J.K. Dobbins left with an injury, but with a really good run-stuffing team coming this weekend in Jacksonville, will he continue to show that same patience? We'll answer that next.
Are the Denver Broncos looking down at the rest of the NFL?
This is the best team in football. There is no question. These guys are playing at an incredibly high level, and they are peaking at the right time.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Are you trapped in a high-rate mortgage? Or are you seeing your hard-earned money fly right out the window? Well, at CakeHome.com, you can stop it today. CakeHome.com is offering the lowest mortgage rates in years. Hi, everybody. It's Cecil. CakeHome.com's rate reduction home loan program has slashed high house payments by hundreds of dollars a month for their customers. Lock in a fixed rate as low as 4.995% APR. And you can even close within 2 weeks, and often with no appraisal needed. Did I say you can skip your next 2 house payments entirely? Well, you can. Listen, these low rates might not last, so call CakeHome.com now for a free, no-obligation quote. I'm telling you, CakeHome.com is the best. Imagine this, lower payments, more money in your pocket, a fresh start. Call 1-800-EAT-CAKE. That's 1-800-EAT-CAKE now. Cake Mortgage Corp., Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 1734623. Licensed in Colorado by the Division of Real Estate. Terms and conditions apply based on approved credit.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like frames. Because you found a classic 70s concert poster. But when you went to get it framed, you realized the frame will cost about 4 times the amount of the poster. Which is actually absurd because no one will be looking at the frame, and if they are, then you severely overestimated how cool this poster is. But then you remember by switching your home and auto to Progressive, you could save hundreds and put it towards a classic 70s concert poster in an absurdly overpriced frame. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The cold weather will be back. Brandon Stokely here from my team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Has another company told you that you need a new furnace? Time to throw in the challenge flag. Rocks Heating and Air offers no obligation, free second opinions. And don't forget about heat pump rebates. They've never been better. Up to $13,500 only at ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that cheap.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game and the go-to spot for football season with wall-to-wall TVs, hearty eats, ice-cold drinks, and of course, those scenic views. It's a full-on experience whether you're catching college or pro games this season. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
This holiday, imagine the finest jewelry legends all in a store where they treat you like family.
Decory, Hearts on Fire, Gabriel and Company, Lika Bahar, and dozens more, all in one store.
Imagine a diamond bar with almost every size, shape, and price range GIA diamond.
And all the top bridal designers, including A. Jaffe, Parade, and Decory.
Add to that Tag Heuer watches and our curated pre-owned Rolex timepieces. And we've got something for everyone you love. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Michelle's dad, Bruce Williams, inviting you to Williams Jewelers. We've built Denver's most trusted family-owned jeweler with one vision.
To be your family's jeweler for life.
For that perfect diamond engagement ring.
The ultimate holiday gift.
Or just because you deserve it. Williams Jewelers in beautiful Cherry Creek North.
Now, imagine their face Christmas morning.
This holiday, come to Williams Jewelers.
Where Colorado shines.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
The official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
Enjoy this run to the playoffs and be safe when you're going to the games or to parties. If you do get into an accident, make the right call to Flanagan Law. While the other guys blend in, I stand out. Look for the Shamrock. Flanagan Law, your advocate when you need it most.
You have friends who care about you, who look out for you. We consider you our friend. So what I'm about to share is important. This is Glenn Jamron. I'm president of Alpine Bank, member FDIC. Your holidays are hectic. Thieves know that. These crooks spend all day trying to scam, cheat, and rob others. Let me give you an example. You've heard of artificial intelligence. These crooks use AI to clone voices and identities to steal your money. They can even sound like your kids or family members. Bad guys will email you fake websites, trying to steal your logins. It's not just in banking. It's everywhere, affecting everyone. Alpine Bank doesn't want you to feel frightened. We do want you to be cautious and aware. Need advice or help? Call Alpine Bank. Alpine Bank, committed to Colorado and you.
Stay up to date on the Broncos and the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider James Palmer, exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Mondays on The Rundown with Richie Carney, Tuesday afternoons on The Drive, and Friday mornings on Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, all season long. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents Dover and Cecil.
On defense.
Okay.
And when I say really good, I mean like the best. They have the number 1 ranked rush defense in the NFL. They've only given up 10 rushing touchdowns all year. That's the 4th least across the NFL. They only allow 3.9 yards per carry. That's not absolutely terrible, like if you're the opponent that's averaging that, but you'd like it to be a little bit north of that 4 number. That 3.9 yards per carry is the 3rd lowest in the NFL. So we're talking about overall the best, the 4th when it comes to allowing rushing touchdowns, and 3rd best when it comes to your average. So Cecil, you and I praise Sean Payton. We gave credit to Sean Payton for how he's handled. Honestly, I can go since the J.K. Dobbins injury. He had like a week or 2 of a ramp up for RJ to see if he could trust him in that role.
Sure.
And I think when he realized that he can go back to the Las Vegas and then the Packers game, we saw him really get the opportunities that we want the starting running back to get. Now let's fast forward and talk about what could go on in this game Sunday against Jacksonville. If we get out of the first quarter and RJ Harvey has 6 carries for 12 yards, what's the second quarter look like?
Yeah, what's the second quarter look like? Probably less.
Yeah.
Probably 2 carries for 12 yards, something like that. Sean needs to see some success, and that's the nice thing about some early RJ Harvey runs, in which we've seen, maybe not necessarily against Green Bay, but we've seen like Harvey will have in that first 15 7-yard run or an 8-yard run. Something like that, where it gives Sean Payton confidence to keep going back to him. And I hope that happens against Jacksonville. You draw it up, you execute it well, this team blocks it well. He goes out there and gets that, let's just say 7 yards.
Okay.
And now it's 2nd and 3, and Sean Payton's like, oh, feeling good, and RJ's feeling it. Okay, let's go back to him. That's what you want. You don't want the first carry to be for negative yards. And then that's where Sean gets in his own head. In fact, you could make the argument Sean Payton's worst enemy is Sean Payton.
Yeah.
You don't want him to get in his head and be like, oh, we just can't run today, and abandon things too quickly, because even if it is 3 yards a carry, which is not great, Bob, but even if it is that 3 yards a carry for RJ Harvey, it's the opportunity to break off that big play. It's wearing down the defense. It's using up time of possession. When he said the Packers were gassed, got him, that's when he knew, and he put that offense on notice, and they went on the attack. Guess who can get gassed on Sunday? The Jacksonville Jaguars.
The Jags, yeah.
Coming from sea level and going to play at altitude. Like, that's what you do. If you're the Denver Broncos, use everything to your advantage, and that's part of it.
You know what? Do they say that when we go east? They're like, oh, man, you got to travel, and it's an early game.
Sure.
Do they say that over there? Oh, you got to travel, and it's a later game. Or that doesn't matter. I think the travel thing is one of the dumbest excuses of all time.
Yeah.
You're a professional athlete, private jets, 5-star hotels.
Right. Especially football. There's no like back-to-back or anything.
Right.
Yeah.
One
go.
flight play, one flight home.
Yeah. No window love, go.
Yeah. Yeah, so they don't do that over there, huh?
I'm not sure. We'll talk our Jacksonville guy tomorrow and see if there, is the elevation something that would be on their mind. I think it should be, and it probably is for every team that has to come to Denver and face these Denver Broncos. I think maybe even their home win streak. You know what I mean? That's a conversation Liam Cohen, if he's like Sean Payton, is likely having with his team. Hey, these guys are really good at home. Hey, they haven't lost since October of 2024 at home.
Yeah.
We've got a tough test. Hey, they're the number 1 seed in the AFC. Hey, we got to play at elevation. Hey, Bo Nix is playing good football. Like, there's a lot of warning signs if you're an opponent for the Denver Broncos.
And you said yesterday you didn't get the vibe that Evan Ingram was...
No, not at all.
There's no juice
in the
this?
locker room, no. He talked about how, it was kind of a welcoming time, and he's got a lot of teammates there, and, kind of a, I don't want to say happy reunion. It's happy if the Broncos get the win, so hopefully a happy reunion, but I do not sense any sort of, like, I hate those guys or anything
I guess
like
if
that.
you're Evan, he had to go to New York after, but it's... You got out of Jacksonville.
Well, he's New York first.
Oh, New York, Jacksonville.
He was drafted by the
That's
Giants.
Right, drafted by the Giants. But you know what I mean? You get out of a... And I know they're thriving right now, and there's this buzz about Trevor Lawrence.
Sure.
But 6 weeks ago, I'm telling you, I mentioned it to Mike Klis, like, he was still being called the B word. Bust, of course.
Do you want to, I don't want to say feel old, but do you want to realize how long it's been?
Yeah.
Evan Ingram was a first-round pick by the New York Giants the same year that O.J. Howard was picked in the first round by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the same year that Travis Kelce was, the same year that, George Kittle, and the same year that Jake Butt was drafted by the Broncos.
No way. And Jake Butt's on the Big Ten Network now calling football games.
The same year that John Elway said my name.
Really? That's why you remember it.
You know this, Cecil. There's a Y and an F, and I was like, I do know that, John.
That's why you remember.
Thank you, John. I love you.
I just saw.
Maybe that was my celebrity interaction when I was like, John Elway loves me.
Well, at least you didn't embarrass yourself.
I know. John and I are cool. He still hasn't had drinks with me. I kind of want to fix that.
Yeah, he's had drinks with everybody in this city.
Mainly Sandy.
I haven't had any. I've got to interview John a few times, but no real like personal interaction.
I like I like getting loose with some of these NFL types because it's just talking ball. I'm not there. I'm not going to stalk you at church like other media members do.
That's creepy.
It's totally creepy, and I'm not there for any sort of like give me the inside info. I just want to learn about football. You guys know about football. Teach me about football. I want to learn about football. I study this game. It's almost everything in my life to study this game, and I still don't know everything, and it's fascinating to me. I'm obsessed with this game.
Yeah.
So I want to sit down with John, have a couple of cold pops, probably some scotch, and
scotch.
You watch it go down into my belly. Yeah, and just talk ball, man. I want to hang out with Sean Payton, honestly. And I've had an opportunity to be, in those type of situations, media-wise, with Sean Payton. And there's a charisma with Sean, and there's like a cool factor. And plus me as a football guy, I'm just like, let's just talk ball.
See, I'd have to be like, can we establish some ground rules before we hang? Don't talk down to me, please. Treat me as a normal human being for this interaction.
Yeah,
that would be my one request.
What's funny, and again, in my experience with Sean and those type of surroundings, he doesn't.
He's just a dude. A bro?
It's only at the press conference.
That's because he's at work and he's elevated.
He's on the podium and you're a media member.
We're literally below him, literally and figuratively.
Exactly. So, but at when you can get steak dinner or whatever with Sean Payton, he's going to be pretty cool to you.
Okay. All right. Maybe someday. I got a couple of things I'd want to ask him for sure. A couple of things.
Back to the Jordans.
Back to the Jordans. Back to a video on the internet. I got stuff, man. I got stuff that I need to know. Our boy Joe Majestic, best last name in the tribe, says, howdy, tribe leaders. Howdy back to you.
Hello.
Yeah, I love this. He writes, anybody going to the new McNichols tonight for the Nuggets game? I'll be there with my lady. Joe, we won't be there, but I will say this. I can speak for you on this one. When Broncos season ends, we're going to be getting our butts down to
tribe meetups.
The new McNichols, as he calls them,
right.
pretty regularly for some tribe meetups.
The new Big Mac.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's get Big Macs.
Get down there, enjoy it with your lady, and if you get there early, even though he's not playing, it's Aaron Gordon bobblehead night.
Is that weird?
I do think it's kind of weird.
It is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you thought that because I was like, Aaron Gordon bobblehead, he's not playing.
Like you want him to play, and then you want a little kid to get the bobblehead, and then have Aaron sign it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing.
And I'm like, what hair is he going to have on the bobblehead?
Oh, great question.
Exactly. It's like, is it going to be the braids? Probably going to be the braids.
I prefer the braids. He looks badass.
I know. The braids are awesome. You should bring your braids back.
I'm not sure they looked as cool on me as they do him. You saw it. Yeah. I mean, it was.
I think you look cool.
You do?
Yeah.
I think you and Kelsey were the only ones. I was self-conscious, to be completely honest.
Yeah, don't worry about what other people say.
I try not to, but it creeps in from time to time. All right, let's get back to the Broncos. Keep this Broncos conversation going. Bo Nix, he was asked about being in the MVP conversation. Is he? Should he be? When will he be? That's next.
Still don't believe in the Denver Broncos? Mike Evans has a message for you.
If you're a Bo cynic or if you're a Sean cynic, get on board. Get on board the train because it's leaving. We're not even through year 2. Buckle up because this is going to be fun.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
What's up, fellas? Josh Dover here to talk to you about my team over at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. It's the holiday season, and perhaps you should get yourself a gift. What's that gift? Well, how about getting your T levels back to where they're supposed to be for your age, which then would bring back a higher sex drive. get rid of some of that weight because you'd have energy to get yourself up and to the gym every day. But if you're dealing with low T, you probably don't. I'll tell you, I was, and a couple years ago I had that. Decreased in libido, putting on unwanted weight because I had no energy to do a workout, so I wasn't sleeping through the night. That leads you to feeling sad and depressed because you hate the way you look and the way that your body feels. You don't have to feel like that, fellas. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic is here to change that. Set up your first appointment. It's only going to cost you $99. Could be free if you do what I did and sign up for testosterone treatment right there on the spot. They'll draw your blood, tell you what your T levels are, and if they suggest that you take a testosterone shot there and you do it and sign up for the treatment, your first appointment, your first shot, it's free. You won't even bust your wallet out. And then in about 12 to 14 days, you'll feel like you have more energy because you slept through the night. The sex drive will return, and that's a big one, fellas. So don't put it off. It's not just going to magically get better. It'll actually get worse. So start a conversation today with RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Gentlemen, the holidays are here and your quest begins. You have a wonderful woman in your life. You need something really special but affordable. Hi, this is Christine of Beau Visage Skincare and Spa, reminding you women love to be pampered in luxury. So this year, consider buying her a wonderful, relaxing experience at Beau Visage. Remember, we specialize in luxurious services like European facials, soothing massages, and several more. But guys, let's be honest. You can buy a facial or massage anywhere. But at Beau Visage, you don't just buy a service. Instead, you're buying a luxurious spa experience. You have several gift packages to choose from, all at very competitive prices. Plus, it's easy shopping. Just call 303-779-5002 or bvspa.com. This holiday, give the fabulous gift of Beau Visage, 303-779-5002 or bvspa.com.
Jim, it's late in the half here at Empower Field, and things are coming down to the wire at the concession stand.
Nachos are a solid choice, but Grant needs to finish strong here.
He scans his wallet and pulls out his Broncos checking debit card for 10% off.
Wow, savvy move. And with no surprise fees, he won't regret this order.
I don't know, Jim. That's a lot of cheese. Bank like a Bronco with Broncos checking from INT Credit Union. Insured by NCUA. Membership required.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. The last thing you want is holiday cheer interrupted by plumbing issues. Whether it's a clogged drain, a water heater on the fritz, or frozen pipes, Copperhead Plumbing is available to make sure your holidays stay merry and bright. Hey, it's Mike Evans here. Don't let unexpected plumbing problems dampen your festivities. Call Copperhead Plumbing for fast, reliable service. Relax this season and leave the plumbing to Copperhead. Visit CopperheadPlumbingInc.com to learn more. Happy holidays from everyone at Copperhead Plumbing.
Dan Jacobs for 303 Law 4040, and I'm here with that beautiful voice you hear on the other end of the phone oftentimes when you call 303 Law 4040. It's my lovely wife, Kimberly. Kim, I know you and I had so much fun the other day. We actually met with a couple that had been in an accident up north in their house the other day, and Randy was so excited. He's like, I can't believe it. It's the lovely wife. She's right here in my kitchen.
He's too kind. It was really great to meet him and his wife and his pets and just be able to help them.
I think it helps that when you answer the phone, when people call 303 Law 4040, it makes things, I know calling a lawyer can be scary, but I don't know, your soothing voice just makes it a little bit easier.
Well, I just want to help. That's all. And I know how to do that.
I love the holidays. I always like to wish our listeners happy holidays. Would you like to do so as well?
Absolutely. Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful new year.
And I hope you never need us, but just in case, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. It's 303 Law 4040. That's 303 Law 4040.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly near and far without any glasses thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision, RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
Do you own a small business? You need to hear this. A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure. Not kind of sure, not pretty sure, but super sure. Coming soon.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan brought to you by the National Western Stock Show, January 10th through the 25th. Tickets at nationalwestern.com.
You're listening to Dover and Cecil on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, we're going to hear from Bo Nix coming up in just a couple of minutes. An interesting MVP question thrown at Bo yesterday. Wait till you hear his answer. But I got to tell you about our final week of our Denver Sports Equipment Drive. You guys have absolutely been killing it up to this point, but we got about 48 hours here to get in your final donations. Our Denver Sports Equipment Drive benefits recruiting classrooms, and our friends up at the Blue Sports Stable in Superior are taking donations of gently used or new sports equipment. Right now, they're looking for volleyballs, soccer balls, footballs, and baseball bats. Not only can you drop off at the Blue Sports Stable, there are a handful of drop-off locations that you can find at denversports.com/equipment, as well as a full list of needed items. Again, if you've got old stuff in the garage, you're trying to make room for the new stuff, well, hold on to it, put it in a bag, bring it down here, bring it up there, whatever's closest to you, and I promise you that stuff's going to go a long way. So let's finish strong here with our Denver Sports Equipment Drive over the next couple of days. All right, want to get back to hearing a little bit from Bo. He meets the media every single Wednesday, and he did it again yesterday. We'll start with that MVP question and conversation. He's short and sweet with it because I think he sort of feels the same way we feel. He was asked how it feels to be in the MVP talks.
It's pretty cool. It probably, I guess it means we're 12-2. We got a good team.
It's exactly what it means. 12-2, got a good team. You're the quarterback on that. Yeah, you'll get a little bit of love. But as I said, you can kind of hear the, up front there. I'm not disrespectful. We're the Bo Show. We've actually known and said it out loud what everybody else seems to be coming around to right now for well over a year. But I'm here to tell you he's not in the conversation. He's not in it right now. I think he will be, and I even believe he can be as soon as December 18th of 2026.
Oh, yeah.
But right now, he's not.
Entering next year, he could be like, who's the early front runners for the MVP? Yeah, Bo Nix will be on that list. He's not on that list now. And for Bo Nix, like, he's deflecting, he's giving praise to his teammates, and for their record, yeah, okay, that's fine. Go out there and get it done. Go out there and get the wins. And this game against Jacksonville is absolutely monumental. So he's not thinking about MVP. He's thinking about W's. He's thinking about his own execution. And during this game, in terms of setting up those plays, properly executing them, and going out there and playing good football. So I'm glad that he's not caught up on the hype and, thinking it, making it about himself. The removal of ego, and trust me, it's come from me. The removal of ego is one of the most difficult things all of us kind of have to do in life.
Yeah.
And Bo Nix is almost a perfectionist at it because, he always talks about his audience of one is God. He's the audience, whatever the rest of the audience says, like, no, he's playing for an audience of one.
Mm-hmm.
So having that sort of sedate mindset and having that intense focus on the game is what makes Bo Nix special. But it's got me to thinking, because we're playing a promo for Mike Evans. He's like, get on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
Everybody won. No. No. But then it's got me thinking, like,
he's on a bandwagon, all right. It's Jarrett Stidham's. He's driving that.
What
thing.
else is something that everybody's known, or at least the Bo Show has known? What's something else that Mike Evans has just catching up on? I mean, I want to make fun because you're just catching up on Stranger Things.
Yeah.
But imagine Mike Evans be like, hey, there's this movie, guys. You got to watch it. It's called Footloose. It's really good. They banned dancing.
Yeah.
Dance. Can you believe it? They would ban dancing? You've got to check it out, Footloose. Like, what else? Something. Hey, guys, I got an iPod.
Yeah.
Like, is there something
It's like,
else?
you heard of this new soda, Surge? Really get you going.
Is there something that Mike Evans is now finally catching up on? Guys, I tried this new place. It's called Starbucks.
Yeah.
It's really good. So I'm like, okay, Mike, Fox Force 5, baby, catch up. All I got to do is listen to the Bo Show, baby.
That's right.
Because the Bo Show was telling you from essentially week 5, yes, he's a franchise quarterback. And week 5 of a year ago, by the way. And we had said it in anticipation of him being a franchise quarterback before he even played, and then it was rough the first month, as it would be because he's a rookie. And then he started playing last year. Last year, he proved he was a franchise quarterback. Last year was the year to get on the bandwagon. So, Mike, love you, bro, but you might be a little behind the times, shall we say.
A little bit behind our times, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Guys, don't use MapQuest. I got a GPS.
Dude, when we drove back to New Jersey for Thanksgiving,
you didn't print out a MapQuest, did you?
I mean, I have a phone.
Okay.
But I was in, you stop at a gas station and we're in line to pay for our crap.
They have to fill your tank in New Jersey, right?
In New Jersey
and Oregon, I believe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's annoying.
It is, unless it's cold. Then it's freaking awesome.
I don't want you to touch my car.
Then I'm gonna slide down the window, barely enough to put my credit card out. I'm gonna say, take that, fill it up, put my window back up, stay in the warm, and then
they're taking a picture of your credit card front and the back.
Like somebody got new Jordans.
East Bay.
But there was a lady in there, and she bought not just an Atlas, but like the big Atlas. That I'm like, if you're driving, that's taking up your full. It's basically a windshield.
She's doing her makeup
cover.
anyway when she's driving, so it doesn't matter.
But I was like, in the moment, I was like, oh, I should buy one of those.
You thought about buying an Atlas?
And then I'm like, what the hell am I going to... Even if it came to a zombie apocalypse, I don't even know how to read the stupid thing to get to wherever I think I need to get.
I better get to New Jersey, guys. It's a zombie apocalypse. Forget Cheyenne Mountain.
Right.
Any of these places in Colorado you could go.
Exactly.
I got to get to New Jersey.
Do you have a...
Yes.
I figured you would.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
I have a bug out bag. Okay. I'm not a prepper. I'm like a dabble in prepping.
Okay.
You know how people dabble in sports radio?
Yeah.
Because they pay for their airtime? Mm-hmm. That's not real sports radio, by the way. I dabble in prepping. Okay. So like I got a bunch of water.
Too. Yeah.
I talked to Mike Evans today about a generator.
You did, yeah.
Because Mike, Green Mountain there without power. I was like, baby,
a generator. I should
fire
get
up a generator. I
got to get a generator.
There's something manly about a generator of like, I can take whatever. I can be out of power for days, and I still got this diesel generator.
Yeah, I got to get one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, are they expensive?
Yeah, but they're worth it.
Yeah,
they're totally worth it. Plus, I mean, get the new shed, put a nice generator in that shed, and then you'll be good to go, man.
Sheds are crazy expensive.
They are.
What we need to do is I need to invite you and Kevin over. We just build one. Would you guys help me build one?
Yeah, and Tribe helps Tribe.
Yeah, I'll invite everybody.
Let's have a
over.
shed party at your spot. Everyone come on, bring your baby hammers. Somebody bring some nails, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Could we remember enough from our construction days to actually build something?
A shed's pretty easy to build.
It is, but I would probably start with like a little doghouse for Bruce.
Oh, okay.
Little Brucey.
Probably.
Little Brucey gets a doghouse. If we could build Bruce a doghouse, we can build you a shed.
Which might be the doghouse when I say stupid stuff to Kelsey. Then I'm out there for the night.
They do work for that as well.
Yeah. All right. Maybe we got a little tribe hangout at the crib when the weather changes.
We make a clubhouse.
Ooh.
And then
Castle Buyers, like from Stranger Things.
Yeah. And then Kelsey can't get in there because she's got to know the password.
Oh, that's right.
And then we put the TV and the Xbox up in there.
Yep.
Bam.
That's a great idea, actually. Whole place smells like cigar smoke. Disgusting on the inside. We're peeing on one of the corners.
Code word is God bless Bo Nix.
God bless Bo Nix. Or if you're a Spanish-speaking Bo Nix fan, this is the password.
Bo Nix is a special.
You could drop either one of those.
Okay, either one of those.
Either one of those
in.
gets you in. Yeah, that's right.
Or Baja Blast.
Or bring us one of the
We have
pies.
too many passwords. Too many passwords. You got to switch them up.
Just say something we like. You're in.
This week is Baja Blast. Latina Baddies.
Oh, there we go.
Yes.
All right, what are we watching tonight? Well, we do have some Nuggets action in our lives as the banged-up Magic come a-calling. Plus, Thursday Night Football will kick off Week 16. It's a decent matchup, but it is Thursday Night Football. Let's preview both of those games coming up next.
With his performance against the Packers, did Bo Nix officially silence his critics?
I saw the finishing touches of what I needed to see. It wasn't about one throw or one drive. It was the collective over the course of 60 minutes. The Denver Broncos have found their franchise quarterback.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Want to look 10 years younger and lose 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds before spring? Then it's time for Soda Weight Loss. Soda Weight Loss works without drugs or crazy side effects. In fact, our disclaimer would sound like this.
Side effects at Soda Weight Loss may include looking better than you did in high school. Friends asking, okay, seriously, what are you doing? Long-term confidence, increased energy, the urge to take more photos because you actually like what you see.
I'd been wanting to lose weight and I tried on my own. I'd been seeing things for soda and I was like, okay, I gotta go see what it's all about. It's a great idea, it's a great experience, and I couldn't be happier, honestly, with the results.
You do not have to use weight loss drugs to lose weight and enjoy a healthier, I look 10 years younger version of you. With Soda Weight Loss, you get round-the-clock access to your own personal nutritionist, and right now, when you join Soda Weight Loss, your partner joins for free. Visit sodaweightloss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com.
Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
Men, we hear it all the time. A man comes in to get his erectile dysfunction treated, and very soon thereafter, he tells us that his relationship is renewed. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and you should know that ED doesn't just affect you, it also often affects your partner. They can feel undesired, unwanted, they may even feel like you don't love them anymore. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we've successfully treated thousands of men for ED with protocols that have success rates as high as 90%. Which means if you're like most men, we can get you back to the guy you used to be. You could even last up to an hour or more and find you're performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and give your partner the gift of renewed love. Your first visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in our office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. That's RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, a Promenic restorative health practice.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity. What if more reliable didn't mean more expensive? With Xfinity, you can get reliable, fiber-powered Wi-Fi for less. We're talking intelligent gig-speed Wi-Fi for $50 a month. This holiday season through January 4th, Xfinity is offering their best price on gig-speed Wi-Fi, guaranteed for 5 years. No contracts, no strings attached. You could save $3,000 over Verizon and AT&T. Imagine getting super fast Wi-Fi at the same price for 5 years. Get everything you need from Xfinity, their best Wi-Fi equipment, and even unlimited data, all included at their best price. Get ready to be wowed by your Wi-Fi. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto-paid with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Xfinity Internet powered by fiber and connected to premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary. Savings based on promo and post-promo prices for 1 gig internet, 1 unlimited line, and Peacock Premium versus Verizon 1 gig internet and AT&T 1000 internet and 1 unlimited starter SL line.
So Pure Talk just had their best year ever and asked me if I'd like to thank their customers on their behalf for being so awesome. I said sure. It's important to say thanks, especially this time of year, which is why, as one of their many satisfied customers, I should probably thank Pure Talk first for keeping their customer service in this country and for providing hundreds of American jobs. I appreciate that. I also appreciate their Roundup program, which makes it easy to support America's Warrior Partnership and join the fight against veteran suicide. And I love that Pure Talk donated 1,000 hand-sewn Made in America flags to veterans around Independence Day. And of course, I really appreciate their generous support of my own foundation, MicroWorks, and their commitment to help us train the next generation of skilled workers. Having said all that, it's now my pleasure, on behalf of everyone at Pure Talk, to thank you sincerely for choosing to do business with an American wireless company that actually stands for something. And one more thing. Merry Christmas.
Tune into Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Wednesdays at 9:15 to hear ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky break down Bo Nix and the Broncos every week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's Dover and Cecil on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
We got a couple of options tonight as far as what do we want to watch. Of course, the Nuggets are a part of that. Let's save that conversation for just a second. But if you want to get a little foosball in your life, because it's not the devil, we do get Week 16 kicking off tonight with some Thursday night football. Prime will have it. Of course, we always like to remind you of the
Prime Vision.
Prime Vision, that's right. Down on your remote, over twice. Hit that, next-gen stat view, and it is awesome. It's the best way to watch football. It should be the only way that we watch football, but we don't get that outside of Thursday night football. L.A., the Rams at 11-3, going to Seattle versus an 11-3 Seahawks team. The Rams are 5-2 away from SoFi. The Seahawks are 5-2 at Lumen Field. So who will break? This is a fun division matchup. We think the Rams are really good. We think the Seahawks are good. But I still don't trust in Sam Darnold. I don't think you're quite there yet either.
Well, and Sam Darnold, you'll be shocked to know that on Thursday, December 18th, Sam Darnold has turned back into Sam Darnold.
Weird.
Go watch the last month of games, whereas we've seen Bo Nix take this next step, and there's another gear with Bo as well. He flashed that against Green Bay. With Sam Darnold, it's almost the opposite. Like, oh, this has been smoke and mirrors this entire time.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. You guys are in trouble against the Rams, so I don't know if you've done your King Supers Fan Football Pick'em yet.
I did. Who'd you pick?
Oh, well, a lot of away teams this week. I have a lot of away teams this week.
When I picked this morning, I think of my first four, and I was like, that can't be good. That doesn't seem like it's a right decision.
It makes you want to pick something different. Like, I believe Green Bay's at Chicago, right? I pick for Saturday night. I picked Green Bay.
Oh, that's right.
Because I can't pick Chicago. I can't trust Chicago. But because my first four were like all away games, I was like, oh, God, do I have to pick Chicago? I guess not. So go with your gut. I've just been doing that, and it's worked out pretty good a couple of times when you and I don't tie.
Yeah. At least one of us are winning, though.
That's true. If we tie and you get the gift card, then I was like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah. I think when I brought that home, it's like I've won it a few times of working here, but my lady generally doesn't give a damn about what goes on here. But she is always fired up when I bring that thing. I feel like I'm the champion of the house.
Let's go to King Supers.
King of the Castle.
King of the Castle.
Got a King Supers gift card,
right,
girl.
right.
I know they're at home, and I know it's tough to play in Lumen. I watched this same thing out.
Sam
Darnold in front
Darnold.
of our eyes a year ago. I think it's going to happen again. I think the Rams show up, and they, you know what? I don't think they just win. I think it's kind of a statement win.
Could be embarrassing for Seattle. And sometimes football is as simple as who's the coach and quarterback? Who's the other coach and quarterback?
Yeah.
Make mine Sean McVay and Matthew Stafford.
Ride with those guys for sure. And then on the other side, which I will probably be spending most of my time watching, although we'll get a head start with the football game there on Prime. But at 7 o'clock, you can check out the Nuggets, who are going to play host to the Orlando Magic. I think the Magic are a pretty solid little Eastern Conference team when they're right. They're just not right now. A couple players banged up in Jalen Suggs and Franz Wagner. Paolo's just coming back from a pretty significant injury. So this is one of those games where, all right, if you don't play down to your competition and you come out from possession one with some intent, it should be one of those games that the Nuggets handle pretty easily.
Do we have a Payton Watson update?
Payton Watson is questionable tonight, as is somebody else was too. Oh, and Tim Hardaway. Timmy Hardaway's dealing with an illness and is questionable as well.
Okay, that's going around.
Yeah, everybody's sick right now.
Yeah, everyone's going through that and fighting through that. So
Payton Watson, parentheses, right trunk contusion. So weird to see.
Okay.
They can't now. I want both of them to play. The Nuggets still, as the Magic are constructed right now, should probably still be able to pull off a victory. If you got Joker and Jamal doing what they've been doing basically the whole year, you should get a dub tonight.
If you had to pick one, who would be the one you'd want to play? Because for me, I want Payton Watson healthy, so if he has to miss this game, that's fine. But if I had to pick between Timmy and Payton, I'm going to pick Timmy. I want that scoring punch.
Yeah.
I want that punch.
I probably would too. If Aaron and Christian or one of the two were playing, it's 100% Timmy.
Sure, right.
But now, I mean, it's not like he's going to guard Paolo. He's too light in the loafers. I think actually right now I probably would choose Payton, but only because they don't have a real defender.
You want the defensive presence. Okay. I want the
presence.
scoring, and you want the defensive presence.
Well, if I won 130 points, I guess I probably need Timmy, though.
Your race to 130 is on.
Yeah, get to 130.
Once again, it's on Kareem. And did I see the YouTube chat mention Joker is 7 assists behind Kareem? Is that right?
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah. Yeah. Kev, could you look that up for me real quick? Because 7 assists, he'll get that tonight.
He should.
Yeah.
Definitely should. I also want to know, like, I got my eyes, we all have our eyes on Jamal, but now that there's this, and we went over it earlier, the international team that will represent, the international team at the All-Star game is going to have 8 players. And we went through the names earlier. I just want to know how much, like, I'm sure Jamal's aware of what he's doing.
That might be part of his motivation this year.
What the format is and how he can get himself in.
Yeah.
I just want to see, him continue this with efficiency and consistency.
Now, because you brought it up, would his intent and intensity and preparation, and he's very serious about basketball this year, would it be the same if the All-Star format wasn't changed?
That's a great question.
I hope so.
I do too.
I hope it would be, just based on it's about championships with the Nuggets. But this format change completely opens the door for Jamal. And he's having career best numbers across the board. So you love to see it.
Oh, my gosh, dude. The Denver Nuggets just tweeted out. I'm going to hit this with a retweet if you want to find it, at Joshua Dover.
Right.
Look at the bobblehead. This is so sick. It's AG dunking.
Oh, my God. It's a dunk. It's not even a bobblehead. It's a dunk. He's dunking.
Rips so hard.
Wow.
And he does have the headband with the braids. Dude, that might be my favorite bobblehead ever. Dunking like an action bobblehead? First 5,000 people are going to get them. So if you want one, you better get your butt to Ball Arena early tonight.
Or get on eBay after the game.
I actually might do that.
That's pretty cool. I'm not a bobblehead guy. I think Drew Seitzer ruined that for all of us.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, God, I'm a weirdo like him. But allegedly, or whatever I have to say.
You're like, that's a club I don't want to be in.
Exactly. I do not want to be in Drew Seitzer's club. But, that bobblehead's cool. That's really cool.
That's
I'm not a
actually
Pops guy.
badass.
Are you a Pops guy at all?
What do you mean?
What are they? It's Pops, right? The Pops.
Like soda?
No. The damn big-headed thing.
Funko
Pops.
Yeah. I mean, I have 2 of them. I have 2
of them that are gifts.
Yeah, same. I actually
Jordan and Chewbacca. Who are yours? Probably not Chewbacca?
No, they're both Nikola Jokic. And I got them I got them the night they won the championship. Somebody handed it to me.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a cool
no, that's fine.
sort of
That's fine. Is it a championship?
No, it's like the regular season.
Oh, okay. That's fine. You still have a great story with it.
Yeah. One was gifted. We all got them as the workers. And then a husband and a wife duo gave me one too.
Yeah. How many times are we going to do this? Because the Funko the market has completely fallen out of the bottom or whatever. And it just reminds me of Beanie Babies. When everyone was crazy about Beanie Babies, and then this one's it's rare, dude. And then it's worth nothing. And then now that's happening with Funko Pops. There are some that are different. No, dude. I got the gold special edition Gears of War. You can't even do blah, blah, blah. I got you, nerd. But when are we going to learn? Give me a cool bobblehead with the cool story.
Yeah.
Or a cool Funko like you have the cool story.
Yeah. Do you ever see the Beanie Babies in the back of people's cars now?
Yeah, I still see that.
And I'm like, oh my God, I can't even imagine what your house looks like. That's what I think of.
When I go, sometimes I'll go or fill up Avery's car, my daughter, and she has just a girl on the bumper.
Yeah.
And I think she has a stuffed animal or something. And so I'm driving. I got a bedazzled steering wheel. I got bedazzled license plate frame, and I'm just a girl going to get gas for my daughter.
Bumping a little No Doubt, just a girl who's making the complete cycle.
Yeah, of course.
One of my sisters, Josie, is crazy with bedazzle, and she has a Mercury Mountaineer or something, the little SUV, and she's bedazzled all the license plates, all the seat covers, her steering wheel cover, and everything has a pink tone to it. And her last name's Mann. Her husband's Kyle Mann, and he drives it sometimes. They'll pull up, and I'm like, Kyle, switch seats, dude. What are you doing over there?
So, because you brought up Gwen Stefani, Kowalski analysis.
Oh, would.
What about today?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a yeah.
Why? What's the difference?
Well, she just looks different.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime people get surgery, allegedly or whatever, and then you're like, you should have just aged gracefully because she's a beautiful woman.
She is. What does she do now?
Nothing.
Nice.
I think she does some country music with Blake Shelton. I mean, quote unquote country. So
yeah. All right. Something we didn't mention today: the Broncos sent in our inbox. Broncos inside linebacker Alex Singleton named the 2025 Ed Block Courage Award recipient for his courage in the face of adversity. If you don't know, I think it's the biggest Broncos story that's not on the field this year. That dude is the definition of courage right now. He had a random drug test a few weeks ago, led to a testicular cancer scare, had a tumor removed, and then came back to play and remains a starter for the best team in the AFC and maybe the best team in the entire NFL. I think that was probably a no-brainer. Yeah, Alex Singleton, Ed Block Courage Award winner.
They going to beat Jacksonville. You're going to call them the best team in the NFL. No maybes, baby. There's no maybes. This is the best team in the NFL.
We'll see what happens tonight in Seattle and see what happens with those Jaguars coming up on Sunday. If they do blow the Jaguars out, it's certainly going to inch me closer over to your side.
Okay.
We'll see if we actually get there. All right, it's KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Cecil's going to make his way down to Broncos Park, powered by Common Spirit, and then the drive will get in here. And as I said, those boys will take you home from 2 to 6 this afternoon. We were talking about crazy celebrity interactions and all that stuff earlier on the show, which was fun. Embarrassing moments of when you've met a celebrity. Philip Lindsay, you are a celebrity. Do you have any embarrassing, like, coming up, met someone famous, and you made a fool of yourself?
You would consider me a celebrity?
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
That's nice.
All my
man.
friends think it's cool that I'm your friend.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't. I think celebrity is like big time.
Yeah,
big time. Everybody knows you in the world. You know, the encounter that I had was on social media with a celebrity, one of the biggest celebrities,
Really?
I think. And it's The Rock.
What?
The Rock. Can you smell
You
what The
interacted with The Rock?
was cooking? Yeah. So the time that I was going to play in the XFL.
Yeah.
And you know, Rock owns the
that's
XFL.
right. Yeah.
And he hit me up and was like, "Hey, I just want to say thank you and I appreciate you because you're doing us a favor by playing in this league." And I only played 4 games, guys. I played 4 games. They promised me that I was going to run a lot, and I didn't get to run a lick. I was just sitting there in the cold.
Yeah.
They were trying to make a run for the XFL Super Bowl or the championship, whatever they call it. I'm like, okay, cool, I'm down. Like, give me a little bit more film. Maybe this will help me get back in the league. I got there, and they would let me run like 3 times.
Oh.
And I'm like, what am I doing? Let me go back home. But The Rock hit me up and said, thank you for helping us out.
So he like DM'd you?
Yes. He
Okay.
DM'd me, and then he actually like put a post out there too of like, this is what we need. We need more
What?
NFL players that have like a quote unquote big name that are either at the end of their career or they're trying to continue to play to kind of highlight what we're doing here. So he DM'd me and was like, "Hey man, thanks for doing this. Like this is gonna help us out."
That's sick.
I'm like, damn, The Rock.
Yeah.
The Rock is saying thank me.
That's freaking bad.
Yeah,
You know what?
It was. So that was like the encounter with a celebrity. It was through social media.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I had a couple, they're all media stuff. Cassidy Hubbard, who's an NBA reporter, and she's attractive. And I went to say hello to her, and all I got out was, "Hey, I'm Josh." And then I ran away scared.
My name is Josh. I love sports, and that's it.
Yeah, that's it, right? And then just a couple of those things of like, I used to work at Red Lobster when I was a teenager, and Todd Helton came in, and it was like before Todd Helton was Todd Helton.
Yeah.
And I've always been a giant sports fan. No one recognized Todd Helton. And I'm a host at Red Lobster. And I'm telling everybody, like, "Yo, that's Todd Helton." And they're like, "Great. What's he want to drink?" I'm like, "You guys, it's Todd Helton."
What does he want on the Lobster Mac?
And then so I go over there, and I'm like, "You're Todd Helton." And he's like, "Yeah, I am. Can you leave us alone?"
Oh,
Did he say that?
Yeah. And I was like, "Okay." And then I don't know if you were here for some of the Todd stuff. He wasn't the most friendly guy in the locker room. He had a little, we'll get real inside baseball, literally here. He had a little, he knew how to tie his towel around him so that people wouldn't approach him, is how I can say it.
What did you do? It like super low cut type deal?